Welcome to the castle, everybody come inside, where each soul is important and stands with pride. No opinion's better than the next, we respect them all feelings are valid, let them echo off every wall. In the home of good vibes, we embrace and we heal, sharing truth and compassion with a soulful appeal. I'm your vibes queen, guiding light through the night, building trust in our kingdom as our hearts unite. I brew all the tea warm and sweet with intention, got receipts to back it up, every claim gets attention. They call me the receipt queen, evidence on my throne. When drama gets crazy, I make sure the truth is known. Ooh, y'all like, can you believe what we've heard? I keep it real and calm, delivering truth in each word. If rumors are swirling, I say, okay, let's see, then present all the facts so y'all can feel free. For my members only, I share that exclusive tea. Platinum, you love it over here, living life carefree. We keep it real and loyal, trust growing each day. Inside these castle walls, love flows in every way. Every castle resident's voice is heard loud and clear. We vibe together in harmony, year after year. Our story grows stronger with each conversation. So join the family now, be part of creation. Like, comment, subscribe to the castle, where everyone is welcome. All be hip-hop track. Welcome to the castle, everybody step inside. Vibes queen on the throne, come along for the ride. No opinion's better than the next, that's the deal. All feelings are valid, every vibe here is real. Castle residents, stand up, we keep it moving strong. In this kingdom of vibes, you know that you belong. Respect in the castle, that's how we do it each day. So settle in and vibe out, VQ's leading the way. I'm the receipt queen, I keep receipts on file, spilling all the tea in the castle with style. When the drama pops off, ooh, y'all like it's hot, I stay cool with the facts, giving proof on the spot. You got my story, okay, I'll prove it real quick, dropping all the receipts, now the truth really sticks. I'm serving up truth while they just chasing clout. In the castle we keep it real, no room for any doubt. For my members only, I spill extra tea on the side. Platinum, you love it over here, it's a VIP ride. Behind these castle doors, I serve truth extra strong. Exclusive vibes for my people, we vibing all night long. If you want the inside scoop, then you know what to do. Hit that join button fast and come through with the crew. Castle crew so loyal, shining bright like a crown. We built this family together, ain't no tearing it down. Like, comment, subscribe to the castle, where everyone is welcome.
Hi guys, welcome to the castle. If you are new here, welcome. And if you're not new, welcome back. Hey MGO, I had muted you during the intro, just in case.
I'm glad you muted me because I was eating.
I got you, girl. But yes, y'all, ain't no tearing it down. But shout
Ain't
out
no
to
tearing
everybody
it
up
down.
in here. Yes. Y'all know MGO is our castle resident, okay? It is what it is. Anytime MGO have something to say, just like anybody else, any one of y'all have something to say, I'm always going to spark up a live, and I'm going to let you say, I'm going to open up the show, and I'm going to turn it over to you, okay? So she have something to say, and then all the other stuff that happen will come in the end of the show, okay? So yeah, they are definitely running amok. MGO?
Sure. Hi, everyone. And I see Gemini just popped in, and hope some more people will hit the like button. Thank you for being here. Today, there was a lot of stuff going on. And so I'm hoping at some point that that Golden will be able to come up, because Golden was present when some of this was happening. But I wanted to just address something that happened this afternoon for those who might not be aware, and give more context. So there were a lot of lives happening. In one particular live where the Rose individual was live and was rewriting the narrative of what really is and isn't. And, you know, people are going to have different perspectives. We're all humans. There's that saying about if people are touching an elephant, one is touching the tusk, one is touching the tail, one is touching the wrinkly skin, one is touching the trunk, whatever. And they're going to all have different feelings. But there's also some level of objective truth. And it's very, very stretchy for the Rose individual. And so she has created a lot of problems, as we've talked about extensively here in the castle, because essentially I mean, she has a lot of issues, but one obvious issue is that she's jealous of the close friendship that exists between Vibes Queen and Golden, and she doesn't seem to have the ability to understand that neutrality exists, that people can have a mutual friend in common, that they don't, maybe they don't get along with one another, but that the person that's in the middle is not bad talking the other one, or criticizing or sparking up drama, that they are equally respecting the privacy of both people and care about them both, but they're not going to be forced to choose. And it doesn't mean that they agree with or like the things that certain things are, that everyone is doing, but they just choose not to support that. Instead, they support the people they care about. And so there's so much that went on in that live, so much that was so untrue and ridiculous. But I want to point out that Golden held her own, just like she did yesterday. I know that some people weren't able to watch the live where she, tried to kind of, come to some kind of level of resolution with talking with Sonny. But today as well, even though Golden was, unhappy, she, she still was, was reasonable and was talking with the Rose person, who kept kind of, changing things around. And, oh no, my problem wasn't with you about that. It was just that this and this and the other. And so Golden was like, no, you said this. This is what you said. And so she changed it to, well, I just saw it as because you were in the chat, or this happened. And that's why I felt like you were fighting about it. If you weren't there, that wasn't the case. And that's not true. There's objective truth about what really happened. But basically what it comes down to is she didn't want to tell the truth. She never wants to be accountable. She wants to say or whatever works in the moment. And then basically switch it up and act like that's not what really happened. And I want to get back to the content, when she hasn't been back to the content for over a year, for 13 months now. But at any rate, Golden didn't kind of push the issue, but it was clear that it was untrue. And so I got on went to the back to say, hey, I if it isn't clear, I don't like Sheena. And it's because she started stuff with me, but this isn't about that, right? Just like Golden stated she's not a fan of Ken, but she went on the panel to clear her name and to kind of talk with Sonny. So I went to the back chat and I was there. And so Golden was there. So was Octavius and somebody else. At some point, ZX was there, but I was in the back chat just waiting. And then she said, you ain't gonna be in here saying all this BS in the back chat and this and the other and the third, and dropped me, right? And I wasn't doing anything wrong. And so like, I texted Golden, like, I got dropped, like, because I was trying to figure out what's going on. Because I was like, nobody said anything in the back chat. There was no chatting at all. No one was chatting. It was empty. And so I was confused. And then so she continued to talk. And so ZX went on his tirade about how he doesn't like Marcus. He thinks he's manipulative. He exploits women. It's, his opinion. And then so she made it seem, so we all know that Sheena just goes where the wind goes. You know what I mean? Whatever happens, she's just a big flip flopper. She's not even a flip flopper. She's more like what that song, do you ever feel like a plastic bag floating in the wind? Whatever. She's like that, right? She goes wherever. So when the thing to do was hate Marcus, he's a demon. I can sense that demon energy. Then that's what she did. When that's what Psychology Eats and Kiki and other people were doing. When the thing was, when he got on her panel and she got all starstruck, like she had never in her life been around anyone with a medium-sized, YouTube channel, then all the thing was, then she became what they call in the beef sector, male identified. And a lot of people misuse that term, but she basically became the biggest suck up ever and acted like she never, ever had a problem with Marcus. Never. It was everyone else. And that she only cared about the interviewees and why was everybody in his sex life when she was the one talking about his sex life with everyone else. But then all of a sudden, because the thing to do was to jump on Marcus, whose channel was already, growing rapidly, exponentially, and to just, become his, basically perform fellatio virtually all the time and kiss his butt all the time. And then eventually plan a trip, to where she went down there, left, screwed over Redbone, but, rest her, her soul, but screwed over Platinum and her sisters, but anyway, went down there with the intention of supposedly shadowing him, right? Got his number, twerked in his Jeep, finagled a meal out of him that he didn't ask her, you know, that he didn't want to do because she pretended like she had no way to get money. She acted like MoneyGram and Western Union that even my elderly mother doesn't use anymore, and so forth. And then she, you know, finagled him out of weed, recorded his, you know, all the stuff that she wasn't supposed to record. But let's get away from that. The point is, since then, she will jump on his, anytime he's got a panel, she jumps up there like she has to be his bulldog or his cheerleader. She always talks about me and Marcus. And like she's, you know, she's his biggest supporter. Everybody doesn't like me because I was standing up for that man. Charles, doesn't stop. You know, and so forth. And so she acted like any difficulty she had with anybody else is because she was standing up for what's right. And everyone didn't want it. She wouldn't go with the group, and she wasn't anti-Marcus. She was pro-Marcus. Marcus is her brother. She's been a mod. She asked him to take the mod stick. And so on. Sorry, y'all. It's just, you know, she annoys me. So I like to make the voice, to, you know, make it more comical for myself because it's annoying. But anyway, at any rate, she is his friend. They got each other's number. He's her brother. She has permission to use his content. Why is everybody worried about who he's sleeping with? To the point where she triggered Yana when Yana was trying to tell her story. And granted, there were some discrepancies, as you know, people shared, and you know, and Yana took accountability toward the end. But even when Yana was trying to share something that was very painful and challenging for her to share, to the point of triggering and, you know, and attacking her, and she's done so with other people as well, because she's so pro Marcus. And Marcus, from what I understand, you know, he's a human being. He doesn't need anyone to be so up his behind that he might be constipated. Marcus wants people to be real. He respects people who check him when he's wrong, you know, or share their opinion, agree to disagree, but also share the correct or right or positive things that he's done. He's had, you know, things where he and Golden have not seen eye to eye, but he respects her. He feels, you know, he also likes the fact that she's, you know, when he's doing something positive, she mentions that too. Same thing with Vaughn. Vaughn's literally the person who, you know what I mean, like, you know, charged him up publicly and so forth. And then yet he bailed Vaughn out of jail, and they've been close friends since for over a year, you know, a few years since then. They're, you know, Vaughn calls him his brother. So he doesn't need somebody who just wants to tell him he's right all the time. He doesn't want a yes girl, but she's a yes girl. Marcus can do no wrong in her eyes, to the point where certain people who are classy, it's either classy roses or classic roses, depending on what misspelling she's using of the day. But they would say, hey, you act different when Marcus is on the panel. You don't let other panelists have the same amount of airtime. You know, like, so people were concerned because she basically, you know, her panel changed or whatever, but that's not my channel to run. But my point is, she was very, very, very pro Marcus. She was not anti Marcus. She was pro, and she wasn't neutral Marcus. She was pro Marcus. It is clear, you know what I mean, to everyone. And she even, you know, no matter what she said. And so that's been the case for quite a long time. And so she was, where she had a responsibility. ZX felt so strongly about this. She had a responsibility to tell ZX, hey, you know, even though she lightly did it, I know that you know, don't approve of this guy, but I need to share with you that I need to disclose, I need to come clean. I knew about all that stuff when I went down there to see him, and I still exchanged numbers, and we're still cool, and we're still this, and blah, 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 blah. You should have been clear that you are on this person's team. Even if you don't agree with everything they do, you're not a neutral party. You're on this person's team. For example, like everyone who knows me, I'm Team Vaughn, right? I don't approve of everything that Vaughn does, just like he doesn't approve of everything that I do. But I'm not going to go and pretend like I'm going to be objective or neutral about stuff. You know what I mean? I'm going to be defensive. You know what I mean? And I would portray it as such. I would be honest. She was not. And she has not been. And furthermore, she talks about, it was never about who Marcus is sleeping with. It was always about the interviewees. No, it is not about the interviewees, because her page has been one of the places where the interviewees have been dragged and mistreated the most. A lot of interviewees will go to her channel because she, you know, she's been shared out, she's in the algorithm, and that is where they get mistreated. I can name several people who've gone in the chat and or on the panel because they've been on there. She's allowed her chat to drag them. She's allowed a panelist to misgender them or accuse them of things or talk about them crazy, or she refuses to put their Cash App up there. Look, Marcus, who paid them, puts their Cash App up. You are breaking down his content. And so yet you have your Cash App up, you're breaking down his content. His content contains their life story, their life trauma. Therefore, at least you could have their Cash App up there, but no, you get mad and want to ban people and curse people out when they want to put the interviewee's Cash App up that you're breaking down. So this is ridiculous. And so you're not a safe space for the interviewee stories. When the interviewees go on your channel, they get treated worse. Marcus, for all the invasive questions he might ask, or for all the things that people might have, their opinions on, Marcus is not, after the interview, traumatize them more. He gives them a hug, talks to them, kind of winds things down. If he can, he'll point them to some sources. Sometimes he's telling them about 1010 Park Place, which has mental health resources or certain things that he knows about. Sometimes he can't. He just has to hope that other people who are providing services in the area will pick that up. He's not a social worker. But the point is, you traumatize them worse. You break down things about them, talk about their appearance, talk about the things they've done, make a lot of speculations that you don't have any reason to know that that's true or not. And then when they defend themselves in the chat, you let people jump all over them. And then when things go, you are messy. You start things, you'll do 3, 4, 5 lives in a day, put them on membership only or private them, and so that people won't know what's really going on. And then when things aren't going right, you cry, whine, literally. I'm not saying metaphorically. You literally cry. You know what I mean? And whine and talk about how your chat's getting, your page is getting messed up because you're letting these people drag you into all this stuff, and you're just trying to defend your grandbaby. Or boys, y'all need to grow y'all's channels. You ain't gonna do nothing in mine. You just make up all these lies. You are a dishonest individual, and you misportray things greatly. And I can completely set aside the very horrible things you did to me, the lies, the things you did to Vaughn. I can do all of that. I can separate all of that. And I could have come on the panel like a woman, like you're always saying, hit that link. I hit the link and you wouldn't let me up. And when I came back, you claimed I was talking ish in the back chat, and you banned me from your channel. And there are receipts. Thank you, Golden, for doing that. So this was observed by Octavius, observed it as well. In addition to Golden, and because they were in the back chat. But I just wanted to get up and say this because, look, there's been a lot of talk about the street sector, how it came to be, and different people's perspectives of what a sector is versus a group or a community, and who was together, and hashtagging. And I know a lot of us were around, some time ago following things. I don't have the correct answer as to what's what. You know what I mean? I have my own opinions, right? But I do know that as someone who has been watching this stuff, because I grew up in poverty. This is stuff that it resonates with me, right? And as someone who has a nonprofit organization, and so that's my work. That's what I do, is help people. So a lot of these interviewees and these different channels, from Lost in Phoenix to Pull Up and Chat before it was gone, especially that one because it was local, to Real Riding Uncut, Atlanta Street Interviews, and so forth. A lot of these interviewees I've made contact with. I've spoken with probably over 17 to 20 interviewees, to see if I can offer resources or help. If I know someone I can connect them with about a housing program or rehab, or if I throw a little change their way, because again, I have a nonprofit, so I might be blessed with something. Just recently there was an interviewee whose interview wasn't very well. It was like a B-side interview, but anyway, I just paid for some hotel time for him when he got out of jail. This gentleman. But anyway, I'm gonna stop, because I don't want to just take up the whole the whole time, because I know there's a lot to talk about that's been going on. But regardless of if I like or dislike someone, you're not going to be dishonest. You're not going to get up there and be dishonest. And the Rose person was very dishonest today. She made it sound like it has been Golden attacking King all the time. I mean, sorry, like she wasn't saying that, or she just shifts the goalpost, whatever the situation is, wherever she is, and she's never in the wrong. It's always somebody else. It's always her defending herself. Her channel hasn't been right for the last couple months. No, it has been like this for over a year. This is almost August 2025. We were introduced to Sonny. He did the interview, I think, in December, but it wasn't put up till January. They went to St. Croix in February. So like the twins are born February 1st. So basically, you have been at this BS for like a year and a half, Sheena. I mean, let's be real here, okay? You have been. You are not about the content. You are about the drama. And I still want clarification. Since I couldn't hit your link and I'm blocked now, I want you to answer this. You're always moving the goalposts and not clear. There have been people who say they grew up in the same town as you. I'm not talking about Tylena. You like to scream and holler that everybody and their mama is Tylena. You think that everybody is everybody. There's so many people in this thing that, that you've said in Vibes chat, that you've said this person's this person, this person's the same as this person, Platinum Sister is the same as this person, and so on. It's foolishness. So I want you to clarify this. There are people who said, and we don't choose our parents. So even though I have said out of anger, because you said a lot of horrible things about me, that I didn't deserve. But even though I have said things about your parents out of anger, you weren't responsible for the profession that your parents chose to be in. That's not your fault. You aren't responsible for the fact that I think your mother probably drank very heavily during pregnancy, because you displayed a lot of the characteristics of fetal alcohol syndrome or adult-related neurodevelopmental disorder. And I am someone with a PhD and I do research, so I am kind of an informed party. But you have like the philtrum and others, like the nasal bridge, a lot of features physically, and it also would explain a lot of your cognitive disabilities. But so some of the things that happen are not your fault, but people have said that you were enticed to bring home basically fresh meat, right? Trafficking, that you were, like how other little girls are bringing home their friends to hang out, get a cookie and some chips and watch TV or play on their phones. You were enticed to bring over girls that could potentially be pimped. You have never clarified that. You have also shared, when anyone tries to talk about the things that you have done that are, problematic, such as supporting R. Kelly, it has been shown, we've heard the audio of you saying that none of the girls, you said your exact words, none of the girls were underage, when that is a lie. It is a proven fact that numerous girls were underage. You have said that they were all maybe young teenagers, but they were all of age. That is a lie. Several of them were under 18. Some of them were not even teenagers yet. And Aaliyah, whom he married with a fake marriage license, he admitted, and his attorneys, that Aaliyah was underage and that he knew that, and he had sexual intercourse with her. So you have said it's always the girl's fault because they're lying, their parents should be responsible and all this and that, and none of them were underage anyway. He was a victim, so he was just acting out. And yes, I know it was horrible what happened to him. He was molested for years. He was, he had a lot of problems. He was physically abused as well. I'm not in any way saying that what happened to him is acceptable, but sometimes hurt people. And so I want you to explain why you choose, with your male identified self, to victimize and shame the women and pretend like they're like, so you traveled all the way out of state to go to try to support him. Why is that acceptable, Sheena? Why are you shaming victims and making sure and pretending and erasing the trauma that some of them will face for a lifetime? I also want to know why, when everyone talks about the molestation that you've done, why do you always tell us about what happened to you which when you were young? Which I empathize with that. I happened to me when I was young too. It took me years to tell my parents about that. You shouldn't have had to go through that, Sheena. And I would never, ever, as much as I dislike you, think that it's appropriate for anyone to shame you for what you survived that you didn't deserve. But there have been multiple people that have talked about you had sexual contact with your relatives as an over 18-year-old, as a young adult or middle-aged adult, I don't know exactly. And you always kind of scoot around that and then go back to the stuff that happened to you when you were younger. But there are people who stated that you talked about what happened when you were younger and when you were older. It was just fun. It was just experimentation. It wasn't intercourse. A lot of it was, same sex and blah, 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 blah. And the people had to tell you it was wrong, or the fact that you've bragged and think that it's cool to date someone who is actively destroying our community. The Black community has been devastated by drug use. And you think it's cool, to date a quote unquote Nino Brown, who has apartment units. And then you've bragged about it. And you've even used some of the money that's been given by supporters to you for other things when you've tricked people into helping you for that. So I want to know why you think that that's an acceptable profession when you want to talk about my friend who's worked busting his butt to take care of his children, why you think it's acceptable for a man to go out and sell poison to our people and destroy the Black families or other color families, because we know now with the opioid epidemic, that's basically their crack epidemic for, other communities. So I want you to explain these things. I want you to explain why you treated your moderators so horribly and people who were supporting you so horribly, and why you've never where you just say, squash it, I ain't got no problem with you. But that's not accountability. That's not the true. An apology is an acknowledgement for what you've done wrong and understanding it, wanting to rectify it in some way, stating, like there's like 5 steps to an apology and so forth, the way it's supposed to be done. It's not just brushing it over under the rug like it didn't happen like that. You know what I mean? That's not the way it works. So I want to, and know why you're always telling people to hit the link. You ain't gonna go to their panel and grow their channels. You're gonna do it here. But when someone goes to you like a woman, you won't let them talk. So why is that, Sheena? Why? I want you to explain these things. Why are you exploiting the interviewees that Marcus paid? You aren't paying them. If you have his permission to break down their content, cool, send them $10 or 20 or 30, because he does other things for them beyond the $10. He's giving them lots of them meals, giving them rides. So what are you going to do for them beyond grow your channel? And why are you always saying that everybody's trying to build on your back when they have better engagement? Open, VQ, a lot of people have better engagement. You were saying that Vaughn wants to use you to build his name. Vaughn, you have a little over 9,000 subscribers. He has like 8,800 something. So you have a couple hundred different more subscribers than him. And he deletes like almost every live and puts everything on private. So he's not even having engagement. You beg for things. I want you to be accountable. Come here and talk. Since you have so much to say, why can't you tell the truth for a change? And why does your description of your channel give us a bait and switch? Because I read it and I was like, oh, right, mental health, generational patterns, breaking that stuff down. I'm all about that. And that's what I thought you were about, but you aren't. You're about bull crap. So why don't you be honest? And why don't you also talk about the colorism that you are constantly pushing and the colorist remarks that you're always making all the time? Why don't you address that? And how, even though we're in 2025. So say something, because I'm not trying to grow my channel. I'm not trying to get clout. Sweetheart, you have zero clout. I'm a published author. I could die right now. And everything that I've done in my life you couldn't live 3 lifetimes and have the accomplishments that I have. So I don't care about any of those things. None of that matters. I just want to know why. Don't go bust alive and make a bunch of excuses. Come here to the castle, because here everyone is welcome. Come here and explain yourself. And with that, I'll pause or stop. And thank you so much, VQ, for giving me this opportunity. I know there's a lot to cover today, but I just really wanted to share those things.
No, you have the mic. I want you to make sure that you get everything out and you feel better when you leave here.
Oh, I always feel better.
I'm not in no rush. I just want you to make sure you say everything there. The chat is thoroughly entertaining. They say you're speaking the truth.
Yes, and there's something that I think Kenyatta mentioned that, let me see if I can find it. And I really appreciate that too. I'm scrolling to see if I can find it really quickly. Where basically, I think it was an insinuation about tricking. And so I want to say this if it hasn't been clarified, I did an entire live on this, and I thank VQ and Golden for supporting me when I did so. But I am no trick. Let me explain, Sheena, since you seem to not understand. There are these things called nonprofit organizations, 501c3 charitable organizations. They exist for multiple different types of purposes. There are educational ones, research ones, blah, 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 different types of ones. Churches are charitable in a different type of way. They basically do not pay taxes because unlike for-profit businesses where your job is to make money, like your 1099 contracting is a form of a business on YouTube, this is not meant to make money. It's meant to fulfill the mission of whatever the organization is. So my organization, I, for years, have not taken a salary from it because I put that money back into helping people. And so nonprofit organizations have to prove that they are charitable and that they're doing what they're supposed to do. So you can pull up what's called a 990, which is their, tax report, where you can see exactly how they're spending their money, what they're doing, how they've helped the community, what people of course you do not put names and so forth, so you might have put initials or whatever, but you state what you're doing to help people. And so that's what people like I do. You know what I mean? And so I don't need clout off of you. If I'm going to connect with people, I am blessed and thankful that what I consider a ministry for me, what is something that I've always wanted to do, help people, because there've been so many times in my life that I needed help and I've been blessed that I can do that. And so the person who might say, I'm not giving this person money, they may go buy weed, or I don't know what they're going to do with it. They will give to a nonprofit, because they know the nonprofit will go buy the diapers or pay for the hotel or go pay the hospital bill or enroll the kid in school or whatever things they do. They know that can be done, and they know that there's ways, there's grievances, there's a board of directors who has to monitor the activities, the staff, the volunteers, the executive director, the founder, and so forth. And so I'm fortunate that I'm blessed that someone who may say, you know what, I don't want to cash app person A, but I'll give that money to the nonprofit because then I know I get a receipt for them doing this thing or that thing. So that's how people help others. That's the importance of doing. And again, there's nothing wrong with the for-profit business. Many for-profit businesses also give back and help, but that's what mine exists to do. That's what I do. So I you I don't know what your problem is, but any interviewee that I want, I will connect with and talk to and help. And if I can point them to something that's going to get them into a halfway house, or help them get an attorney that they can talk to so they don't lose custody of their children, or get them into a program where they can get some financial aid, or get them somewhere where they can have a place to live, or if they can figure out how to get food stamps or whatever, or if I can get some money to give them some, to help them out, I'm going to do it. And you aren't stopping me. And so you're not stopping what we do here in the castle. And we are excited about the ability, about the people who've been able to move forward and have positive things happen for them. And we're going to continue to support them. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. I said all that because she said something about I'm a trick, paying hotel funds for a trick. I have a whole husband. I am married. I am capable of having male friends and not sleeping with them just because I am assisting them. I don't know why that's so complicated to understand, but let me say it again. That's my friend, and also someone that my organization is helping. And I don't have any shame about it because there's nothing to be ashamed about. And I am grateful for anyone, be it subbies, other content, I shouldn't say other content creators. I'm not a content creator. Other subbies like myself, content creators, and in particular markets for the people that I've been able to help, that I've been connected to, that I would not know about because of the mobility issues that I now have that don't allow me to physically go out into the community as much as I used to, or travel the country and the world as much as I used to prior to that. You aren't going to stop what God has in store.
Hey, Sunshine. He said, VQ, I'm an opinionated 60-year-old queen, and I stand for the truth. I don't go with myself, but I stay in the picture because of,
And so I'm going to
yeah.
drop down, but I do want to say that as I think Golden shared with you all, that we're grateful that Vaughn has found a place for him and the babies. It's still actively looking for childcare, subsidized childcare. He has found some places that he would like, but they're super expensive. So he's on a waiting list for subsidized childcare that is right now. Let's see, they're taking people who have been on I'm trying to think when the last time he told me. I think they're now picking out people who are on the waiting list in the November 2023 spot. So yeah, he's only been in Houston since April 2025. So yeah. So we're hoping to there's some things that he would need that would be really helpful to help furnish the place. Obviously rent and utilities, things of that nature. So we're hoping to partner with Marcus and the castle to share like a housewarming list / maybe sort of a baby shower for the babies, because they'll be 18 months, on August 1st. So VQ has been kind enough to offer to share the information. A lot of people, Copper has offered to help, as well as Golden. And there's some, kind of like day ones like Ricochet, Tallulah, Patrick, and some other people who are, we're kind of the Vaughn's Village, like his moderators. But we kind of want to make it a secret. It isn't going to be a secret, obviously, because he's going to see the live. But when it happens, will be a secret, like the date. So please just, we appreciate your prayers and support. When we share more information, you'll get it. The castle will be the first place to have that information, and we'll be sharing it all with you soon. Just give us a couple of days to kind of look at the logistics together. And I'll drop down. But thank you so much, VQ.
But you do feel better, right?
I do. I just hate lies and liars. You know what I mean? Like I hate that stuff. Like, and I hate the drama. It's just so ridiculous. Like people aren't going to get along. You know what I mean? Like you've said before, Golden was a loyal friend to you and a loyal friend to her. You know what I mean? She had a problem with it. There were other situations. It was the same thing with a situation with Platinum and Raquel. Raquel was loyal. You know what I mean? She didn't gossip about. You know what I mean? Like, it shouldn't matter who another party drops down in, as long as they're not hurting. I guess my perspective is, as long as you're not actively hurting, participating, or supporting things that are going to actively hurt a person in their lives, then their acknowledgement of another person's existence or communication with them shouldn't be a problem. As long as they are honoring and respecting whatever boundaries that you have. Like, they shouldn't know personal things about you or whatever, or they shouldn't be able to criticize you or talk about you. You know, I'm certainly not going to be in a chat where I'm going to be like, oh, they're gossiping about this person, let me throw in a bunch of comments. I shouldn't. Then I'm not neutral anymore. But I think we need to move on to the next segment. So I just hope people
No,
learn something from this.
no,
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. I was asking, was she gonna be able to come up now or what? Because I wanted to know what I need to talk about next. But I'm
Yeah.
definitely not rushing you, so
Oh,
don't
no,
feel
no,
that
no.
way.
You're not rushing me, but I know you also like to, you know, keep your lives concise, and we're at 35 minutes already. So thank you so much, everybody. Y'all are awesome. I
Yeah, because
appreciate
what's
it.
happening, MGO, is
Mhm.
I just literally said last night that I'm not talking about some of these people. And as
Yes.
far as the court hearing or court case or whatever, I'm not really privy to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, Golden, can you come up? So yeah, it's nothing towards you, but
No,
you're
no, it's
fine if
totally
you have to
cool.
go.
It's totally cool. And I, last thing I want to say is I don't want to, I caught the replay and someone mentioned something about not trusting me. And no one has to trust me. We're all on the internet. I mean, some of you, again, I have several people's numbers and have talked to some of you, and you know, off these lives. And I appreciate the people that I've been able to communicate with. And I believe in, you know, so if you don't trust me or like me, that's fine. You don't have to. No one has to trust or like anyone. We're just all here to respect and coexist together here. But I am who I
Somebody
say
said
I
that
am.
over here.
Oh yeah, they did. They said that I'm not. They don't trust me or I'm not trustworthy. Which again, that's fine. That's not. That's their
I don't
opinion.
even know who said that now. So
It
now you
doesn't
gonna have me
matter.
thinking.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. But they don't have to trust me. They don't know me. You know what I mean? So, and I'm autistic, so I say stuff wrong sometimes and might be offensive sometimes or not get it or whatever. And I am a person that, like Golden said, I was subscribed to everybody and in the different chats, but I wasn't running amok in them. I was in them, but no one could find any place where I was supposedly hurting anybody or doing anything wrong. Only when it was misconstrued, you know, at one point with a misunderstanding with that same Rose individual. But other than that, you know, I hope, I like that we're starting to move back to stuff. Like I loved seeing, who's the person with the New Orleans accent? Is it Brittany? I loved seeing her come up here. Someone else, I think Simon was up here. I'm just loving to see just the connection. I like it when Copper is up here and Golden, and you know, I know Mel has kind of fell back a little, but I just like the community that's being built here. Like for me, I'm not welcome a lot of places because I'm you know, I'm different and people don't want to hear it. They don't want to say, they say, oh, you're using too many big words or you talk too fast or whatever. And so here y'all just accept me. Again, everybody doesn't have to like me, and that's okay. I don't like all y'all either. You know what I mean?
It is
But
what
you're
it
good.
is.
Yeah.
I think everybody know that MGO is protected in the castle. Period. I think everybody know that by now. And I've
Yeah.
just said it a million times why she's special to me. So I don't
Thank
have
you,
to keep saying it.
everyone. Yeah, and you're right. Yeah,
So
Golden. Yes, someone said I was a scammer. They said Vaughn was a scammer. I'm a scammer. I'm not a scammer. You can go to my website, my
mhm.
organization, advocacywithoutborders.org. You can look for you go in the search bar, search for the 990. You can find the 990. You're required by law to keep the 990s for the last 3 years for every organization. You're also allowed public inspection. So anyone who ever wanted to reach out to my staff or physically show up, if they happen to be in the Houston area, can inspect the books at any time. If I don't give it to them, you can literally report them to the IRS. I have no need to scam. I have a husband. He takes care of me and mine. You know, again, I don't take a salary for my work. I do work as a research fellow at a university as well, but that's something I do because I'm passionate about it and I love it. That's separate from my nonprofit work. That's me using my PhD, you know, not putting all that education, not letting it just go to waste, you know, trying to use it for something. But that's different work. But I have no need to scam anybody. I'm not trying to be mean, but from what I've seen, a lot of these people need my help. They can't help me. A little $30, $100, $500 cash app is not going to pay the bills I have around here. I have medical condition where my copay, not the actual cost, but my monthly copay for just one of my multiple medications is $2,000 out of pocket for one of my multiple medications. So again, if somebody in here, if there's somebody here I can scam, then you got to be a 7-figure or something person. So then I don't need to scam you. Let's collaborate. Let's talk about how you can help me. It's tax deductible. So I'm going to drop down. Thank you, everyone. Be blessed. I'll be in the chat.
Okay, MGO, you know how to reach me.
Okay.
I actually today, I don't know if you tried to reach me directly earlier, but I'm having issues with IG and storage, and it's a long story.
No
So I don't have the
worries.
app today. Yeah. So that's MGO, y'all. You said I know for a fact that you have financially help people. Yeah, definitely. But listen, guys. So yesterday I actually knew about the whole thing about court and all of this stuff. I'm gonna wait on Golden to come up here. Maybe she could explain it better what is going on. It was brought to my attention yesterday about it. Okay, y'all know your girl don't do court and all this excitement. So I don't really know how to explain it. Like she would be better to explain it. Okay. So the thing is, I actually wanted Marcus to address it first too, because before to me it was all like rumors, gossip, whatever, right? And I love facts. So that's where we are. So today, Marcus actually made an appearance on a panel across the way down the street somewhere. Okay. On that panel, he basically brought it up about the court. I'm waiting on Golden whenever Golden is available. Yeah, so that's how the day started today. Basically, Marcus said, "Hey, what's all this going on about court cases and whatnot?" And then Salsa Penny was brought up in it some type of way. Golden also would make you aware how he's involved in the whole thing, or how she know that he's involved in the whole thing. So give me a second and let's verify if this is Golden. And she's gonna explain it to y'all. Give me a second, okay? Uh-oh. Hey,
Hey, it's me.
thank
How's
you for coming
everyone?
up because I need you about this part. And I
Right.
don't really want to bring them up because I literally just said last night that they're not my content, whatever. If it wasn't for Marcus and the case and what you get what I'm saying. They're not my content.
Correct.
Hmm.
So are you going to start it off or do you need for me to explain?
You could just take the whole thing because you know about
Okay.
the whole court stuff better than I do.
Okay. First I wanted to say hello to everyone out there. Um, well, it was something I was going to say, but I'm just going to leave that alone. Um, Basically, as Vibe said, word on the curb, there was some talk going on about a lawsuit against the Primes and Marcus, or actually not Marcus. It's actually against Atlanta Street Interviews. It's not against him personally. Um, and there was some talk from my basically Marcus went on a panel today to try to explain some things from what he knew from the information that he received, I guess. There was some talk from my understanding. I don't even want to go with a hearsay about a food bank or whatever. I haven't looked all the way into it. However, I know that they were believing that Marcus was crazy when he mentioned some things today. Um, I'm not going to say his whole, can I just say part of the name Vibes?
Yeah, we call him Salsa Penny, but his legal name, no.
No,
That's
not his
definitely a
legal name. I mean,
privacy issue.
not his legal name, but part of his YouTube name. So for those who don't know about Salsa Penny.
Okay.
Okay, Sala, and then the money sign. Basically, Marcus, I know a lot of they started laughing, and a lot of people, felt like he wasn't making sense. And then there were people claiming he was allegedly mentally off or whatever, their own personal opinions, which they all have them. I've been told I'm crazy, and that's good. I want to be. But anyway, so basically, apparently, see, I'm the kind of person, if I'm usually for the most part, when I bring some information out, I want to get all details in advance. And Marcus was actually telling the truth. Um, when he mentioned Sala being part of that lawsuit, that nonprofit corporation, that nonprofit organization, rather, which is also considered a corp, um, is owned by Sala. He is the CEO. There was another individual who is probably the lady they spoke of, and I won't use that person's name. You'd have to look at the case yourself. That person, I believe, is the secretary of the nonprofit and the CFO, which is the chief financial officer of the nonprofit. So we have no idea what's going on. We just thought it was, or let me speak for myself. I did think it was strange, but I don't know what people do behind closed doors. But I did think it was strange because I don't see where they were connected with all of that when during the time when I knew he was around, he was initially after he he was initially, I guess, supporting Marcus, but I guess he had a change of heart and he was supporting the primes. And then something took place, and I know he's been ranting about it. And I was listening at some of the rants and with some of the things, and I did kind of piggyback off of some of it. I don't know what's going on, but no, basically he is the one involved in it. It might be the lady is the person who filed the paperwork, and it sounds to me that I don't know. Maybe he had her do it for a reason. Okay. So, no, it's definitely Sala. I could put my life on it. That's how definite I am about it. Okay. And the lady who is the CFO, I don't know who filed the paperwork, but I'm assuming it's the CFO, has the same legal last name as him. And so I'm assuming it could be his wife. I do recall him mentioning he had a wife, but it could be somebody else. It could be his relative. I don't know. But basically, no. I suggest for people to do their research with that organization. I don't care if it is in Georgia. We don't know these people and we don't know their connections. Yes, that organization is connected to Georgia. And from what I knew, I thought he was from New York. I don't know this man, but all I'm saying is that it's definitely Sala who's involved with that lawsuit. And that's it.
Warlord have, I guess, a question. I'm trying to see. Yeah, it's a question. I wasn't sure was it a statement or a question, but anyway, he said Golden. It was stated several times is veteran owned. Is veteran due? I mean, is money due to veteran?
I don't know.
Um. Oh, he talking about solid. That's how I get it now.
Okay, I see,
Uh,
which I don't know where that information came from. I don't know if you saw that information or not. I don't know. Maybe the other person um maybe I don't know. I can't even answer that question. I don't know if it's veteran owned or not. I can just tell you this. What I do know, and it's factual, that organization is connected to Sala. It's actually his nonprofit that was started in July 3rd of 2022.
I know he was subscribed to the castle the other day. I kind of was hoping maybe he could hit the panel or something. I don't know, something to clear whatever, not clear it up, but say something
It would
because
be
it's
nice.
crazy. It was something Forgiven said, but you said he was over there ranting, yes, because he did. Remember, he had the main channel. We talking about Solid. He had the main channel, which is still there, but he said he was locked out. Then I know he popped back up and he was making videos. I don't even know how I found out about the videos, but he was over there. He actually apologized to me about all the stuff he did last year. Said he always thought I was a bomb content creator, blah, blah, blah. Long story, right? But he was over there over and over and over, like saying, hey, get me to 50. I want to go live. Remember, I shared it on membership for y'all. I wasn't gonna share him publicly, but I was sharing them on membership when he made the little short videos about me. So then I noticed that it was just he said something about me. Then I know one day he said something about dirty. It wasn't negative or anything. Then I know all the other videos were about the primes. Then he kept saying that they allegedly hacked whatever. It was really Coco. And then I know Octo went live recently and was saying that, hey, if you don't stop because you're harassing me, I'm gonna put papers on you. So I don't know what happened. And then I don't see Sala anymore. So I don't know, did they take his channel? I'm just wondering. It's not a fact. I don't know if they took the channel or what happened, but I don't see him anymore. Then I see all these other little channels with like 20, you get what I'm saying, 20 subscribers. So yeah, I don't know What's going on?
Yeah, I don't either. You know, I really did miss him. I was a member, and at one point I was like, well, I haven't been seeing him live, so it makes no sense with me to keep paying for a membership and he's not on. I don't know. 1 minute.
Or you were just asking Warlord? Yeah, he moved south. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's so crazy. Like, how the hell he got in this? And I'm like, because to be honest, the way I mean, he was trying to get his point across, but the way he was over there with the back-to-back-to-back videos, I'm like, this behavior don't seem normal. And I was actually wondering, like, is he okay? Because he was acting different from when he was on here the first time. It was more like a little obsessive. Yeah, to be fair, it was obsessive, just over and over and over every short video about these two, you know. But I don't know, y'all. And then I know Octa say he was going to put papers. Now, did he start the process? I don't know. All right. So he said that's where the org is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, do or die. How you doing? So it's a lot going on out here. A lot. All right.
Yeah, so I wanted to also make something else clear. It was like, see, I told y'all he was working with them or whatever. I don't know what he was doing, but that paperwork was filed this month. So I'm sorry, 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah, that was definitely the beginning of this month. I think it was actually. So then I started going back thinking in time, what the hell happened around the time that the paperwork was filed? If I'm not mistaken, was it at the same day she went? I don't know. Hey, Coco. I don't know, y'all. That was the beginning of July. I think that was like July 3rd. And I'm looking like, what happened around the 3rd? Like, where did all of this come from? So I guess it's a mystery for y'all, for people to figure out. I'm not even going to worry about it. But whoever is doing what, I mean, if y'all are putting false charges on people, it's wrong, okay? But I'm going to just stay out of it. Yeah, it's crazy. So that's basically where the day started today with Marcus and the panel. Then after that panel, what else happened? He basically left from there. Then that's when he went to Rose. And then when he went to Rose panel, all hell broke loose over there. So that's when Golden went up on the panel. But I don't want to shift gears too much. I want to be able to finish with this before we went to Golden over there and who made threats to Marcus and all of that stuff. So stay tuned. Be sure to hit the like button for us, guys. I have not asked y'all all night. Take a moment to hit the like button for us. The red heart is in the chat. Hit it, hit the party emoji, laugh at us, give us the crazy face, anything. It's interaction, okay? You say, Dollar been saying he was gonna file on them, but he never mentioned Icy. I know, and that's the weirdest thing. Forgiven? I know. I know. So I don't know how the hell Marcus got in this mess or what is going on, but it's a little unsettling. So yeah, so sometimes guys, like I was saying last night, sometimes I come live. Like I know about that yesterday. I can't just come live and be like, hey y'all, this a lawsuit out here. This I don't even know what I'm talking about. I like to get, a little bit more information. And like I said, at least sit back and observe. Like, that's what's wrong with us a lot of time. We don't sit back and pay attention or, get more facts or whatnot. People just love to just jump and go live and speak. So, that's why I didn't mention it last night. So that's all, and then another time, it was something else. It's just too much. It's too much. I don't know about y'all, but I know for me personally, I got to get back to what I'm literally trying. I'm literally trying in front of y'all face to just be more positive. I actually went back to videos talking about real stuff. All this, and I'm like, oh my God, why is it always on a Sunday? I literally woke up this morning and I said, you know what? I'm not doing this today. So like I was blown away because I was not watching Rose. Okay. I was not watching her, but I kept get messages. Hey, she said, did I know that she went live? Yes. I'm not that girl to say, oh, somebody told me. Did she say, am I subscribed? Yes. Did I see her go live? Yes. I'm busy with my family. It's Sunday. So I said, whatever. I'm not going online, right? But of course, I started getting messages like, hey, she's summoning you to come to the panel. And my exact words was, it's Sunday. I ain't hitting no panel to go argue with nobody, okay? And even if it was Tuesday, I'm not hitting the panel to go argue with nobody. Ain't nobody for to be summoning me to a panel. First of all, she went live last Saturday. She said what she said. While she was live, I went live and played the YouTube game, and I said what I said. I have not mentioned you, bashed you, talked about you, anything in a whole week. Why a week later you're on live summoning me to come up there? It don't even make sense, okay? It don't make sense. You said y'all was wilding today on YouTube. Yeah. The drama isn't gonna end no time soon. Well, listen, they ain't gonna have no choice but to do what they want to do because I'm not going back and forth. I literally just said that last week. So yeah, stay on here, yell and scream my name. Honest to God, if MGO didn't want to say what she wanted to say or about the jail or whatever, I probably would have never came live tonight. I don't give a damn. Okay? But definitely, I'm like, no, I'm not finna come on. No, y'all know I'm not that girl anyway to talk about I'm going on people's panels to go talk about a damn thing. At the end of the day, I have my own channel. And you're not gonna put me down or keep me off. I don't know why y'all don't realize that's a big deal to me. Like right now, we're up in here and I'm on somebody's panel and you click a button and kick me off in front of 108 people. I don't want to do something to you. No, you don't embarrass me like that, okay? And that's my issue. That's why I'm like, no, I'm not doing that shit. It's stupid. But hey King Timothy, happy Sunday. How you doing? But yeah, whatever floats your boat. This is not no disrespect to anybody or whatever. If you're that girl that says a bitch calling my name, I'ma pull up and I'ma say what I gotta say. More power to you. I'd rather to just go live. That's my preference. Go live. I know nobody can drop me down. All right. You said dropping someone on a panel is like hanging up the phone on someone while arguing. Listen,
I
girl,
agree.
and it's mm,
I agree with that. And I don't. I usually. I wouldn't have even came back on those other panels like that. But I wanted to get something across, and I still didn't. It was a waste, and I don't even know why I keep wasting my time with these people. Let them go on. They go live, and they call out my name. They can just go ahead and call out their mama's name and whoever else's name, because I'm not interested. Okay, these people are weird and sick. You know what I mean? Can't nobody control me. Ain't nobody paying these bills over here. And most of them can't even afford to pay the bills over here. I live in California. Plus, I
and
have two children
y'all
that
know
are
I'm
grown.
stubborn as hell because if I'm live and I feel like I don't want to talk about something, I'm not gonna talk about it. And then you have the ones that get up tomorrow and be like, "Well, why you didn't talk about this, huh? I'm giving you stuff to talk about. Why you don't tell me what to talk about? I talk about what I want to talk about. The quicker these guys out here in these spaces realize that you're not gonna run me, the better we'll be. Okay? But yeah, and
And they
today I
certainly can't.
found it.
I'm
Go
sorry, go
ahead.
ahead.
Now,
No,
I
go
was just
ahead.
gonna say I found it hypocritical to keep saying that VQ is the reason why these people are growing, but I still don't have their name in my titles though. But they're going live with their name in the title. And whether you change the name after the live, I'm not no dummy. I literally put in this dude name today, and your live stream is still coming up with his name because the name was already in the title. You get it? What happened today? So
Yeah, I
she'll
get
go
it.
live and put the name of him and say, "Oh, he's such a whatever, a monster," but you have his name in the title. Then you end the live. Then you change the title. Now, when you search for his name, your video is still coming up. So make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm not promoting him. You are, but you know what? I don't give a damn. Let her say whatever. I said what I had to say from last Saturday. So why are you hollering and screaming my name today, Sunday, a week later, ma'am? Am I really miserable or you are? Because I don't even address you. I think, and then when people say stuff, yeah, you know how crazy y'all sound when y'all say I'm scared of Octavius? I'm not scared of Octavius. What I am is grown.
Don't say y'all, it's a specific person. But that's just a manipulation because what I'm realizing, what I've already been realizing, they want to see a fight. They want you to prove to them that you're not scared. This is crazy because I swear.
I
Well,
don't
let me
went
tell.
back and forth. I don't went back and forth with everybody on this app. I'm not scared of anybody. What I am though, I'm grown. If I say forgiving you pissed me off and I'm gonna tell you about yourself today, Sunday, Monday I'll come online and I see you and I don't throw no subliminals. I don't say nothing. I done said what I had to say from Sunday. So why I need to still keep going Monday? I'm not even a confrontational type of person. First of all, let's get this right. When I see Octavia somewhere in a chat, he don't harass me. If I'm on a panel, like wherever I go, I don't see him in the chat chasing me all over there at the news station, harassing me in the chat. I'm not doing that to him, so why he need to do it to me? And why I need to keep chasing him all over YouTube? He's not doing that to me. I don't know which part of that y'all can't understand. I'm not obsessed with this person. He did what he did. He know what to do. I already said, when I think about him and I have a bad taste in my mouth, what the bad taste in my mouth is about. It's about him messing with my channel. That don't mean I'm going to keep running behind you every day, hollering and screaming about a channel that happened in December. It just is what it is. Like, move around. I think that's what y'all problem is. Y'all don't know how to let shit go. Y'all don't have to be cool with somebody, but move around. Well, if y'all waiting on me to just randomly stalk people every day, I'm not that person. Hey, Dessous. I heard
Hey,
her
this
say she was so short. Vicky was in the bushes, loud and wrong. Thank you. I was not on here. Now I could be honest. Am I subscribed to her? Yes. Did I see her go live? Yes. Did I go immediately in her bushes? No.
and
I
the
did
funny
not
part,
hear her saying whatever, huh?
the funny part. First of all, hi King Timothy, and I think your friend's name is Shay. Hey, Jesus. The funny part about it was she called out my name and I was in the bushes. But let me tell you the funny part. Vibes will tell you I usually don't even go to her channel because I told her I didn't even want to get upset to hear her try to subliminally talk about me. Um, or anything like that. So I haven't really been going to her channel at all. I just every once in a while I might click on and look and watch, but I especially during the beginning when that situation happened, I wasn't going there. And the only reason why I did it today is because I'm just been chilling today. Okay. And so I'm like, oh, okay, well, she's live. Let me see what's going on over there. And of course, what pulled me over there is because of the title. And I wasn't going to even come out the bushes, but I was like, it was something she kind of said about me. And I didn't even trip on that. But what I didn't like is the lies being told about me. And I'm like, let me clear this up. But I'm really like tired of that too. I can't keep dealing with these type of people. Okay. I don't deal with them in real life. And why am I doing it on this internet? I had to even ask myself that. Another thing, vibes. Nobody can tell you you're scared of anybody because anybody on this app, if they tell the truth, will say you are a strong woman. When I say last year, you lost subscribers, you lost supporters, you know, we all know what happened. And through it all, Vibes stayed strong. She didn't run off. Okay. She didn't do any of that. She stayed there, even if she was embarrassed or whatever it could have been, you know? So can't nobody sit up in here and Vibes didn't call and ask some man, hey, can you help me fight these people? Or let me pay you a cash app to do this. I need some help. Vibes stood down. Period. So can't nobody even try to spin a narrative that you scared of this dude because you ain't trying to argue about with a man every day. That's not your man. For what?
MGO say throw some castles in the chat, honey. We strong over here. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, never. Y'all never heard me come on here talking about crying on live. For what? Especially to the people that try to abuse you. I would never give somebody that satisfaction. Mm-mm. I would never do that. Okay?
Yeah, Vibes had nobody. Nobody. I mean, I'm not saying she didn't have anybody, but I'm saying she didn't have anybody out there fighting for her at all.
Nah, and then anytime Gemini opened her mouth, everybody automatically assumed, oh, she gonna lie for her anyway, or that's her friend. And it wasn't even that type of party. You know? She wasn't crying offline either. I done told y'all. I think these people think I be joking. The day I cry over YouTube is the day I'm deleting the castle. That means y'all affected me too much and got way too deep in my spirit. And I'm serious. That's the day y'all gonna just look up and the castle gonna be gone. It ain't fun no more if I'm on here crying over YouTube or offline. All right? Y'all don't even know. Giving up was never an option. Like, I don't know who all up in here ever met a real Jamaican in real life. And it's not no shade to nobody culture. I know people talking about, oh, I'm from New York. Or if you ever met, I'm going to just say an islander, period. How many people I've ever met an islander that's just a weakling and they just weak? Or are they always like hustlers and get stuff done and make money and whatever? 9 out of 10, they're gonna be bosses or not bosses. What do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for?
Assertive. I won't say aggressive, but I'll say assertive.
Hungry and like nice stuff and try to have a better life.
Oh,
You
okay. I see
know,
where you're going with it. Yeah.
they
That's
just
a
don't
very
sit back and just throw their hands up. I guess I was trying to make a point. 9 out of 10 people from the islands they're just strong
ambitious.
people,
Ambitious.
go getters. Yeah, but thanks, guys. You say I miss my Trinidadian and sugar daddy. Oh gosh. Oh, hey, Ocean. But you say you missed a lot, definitely. Thanks, Trick Shot. Some people don't cry like that. I know. Don't give nobody no ideas. Girl, these people would have been broke me already. That's the point I'm trying to make. It ain't gonna happen. But what else happened on here? So yeah, so if y'all missed that part, but thank you, Jesus. Thank you so much. I'll be running my mouth and be missing stuff. Thank you. I appreciate your $2 super sticker. Well, super chat. I'm sorry. That's not a super sticker. But let me see. Hard workers. Where's the beef? Thank you. Where's the beef? Golden, you stood on business on both panels.
Huh?
Definitely. But you know what? I actually saw what you call it talking about me today too. And I'm like, wow, really? Really? I know that's when but I think at this point, you know what, maybe we just need to put up what a cease and desist is. Am I the first person ever sent one in the email? Maybe. I'm different. I try new stuff. It is what it is.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You're not the
I
first one,
think
maybe.
no, I think that at this point they don't know. They're saying that I don't know the laws or whatnot. It was a lot said. Oh, if it wasn't me or whatever, or he's not messing up my money, why am I worried about it? The simple fact is, I'm not worried about no damn identity. That's not the problem. But if somebody is just steady getting up every single day, VQ, 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 you can't tell me how to react. They're messing up my name. That's my brand. Okay? You can't tell me how to do when it comes to my brand or my name. They
And
said
actually,
respectfully in the chat, well, respectfully, you can't tell me how to feel or what to do when somebody playing on my brand name.
it is messing with your money because if you got somebody every time you start giving commentary, that they're critiquing you, telling you what you shouldn't have did, you being, you know what I mean, harassing you, where you're trying to avoid the harassment, where you're just going to go ahead and just steer clear. And every time, you know, you're walking, no, it's stressful and it's harassment.
Yeah.
Period.
You know what will make me happy? I'm gonna save it. But some people just ain't gonna stop, and then in the end, they're gonna be like, "I'm a victim." Well, I think a lot of people that's been getting harassed all 2024 and still getting harassed right now, I think they're pretty much tired of it. Okay, so don't be surprised. People, I don't ask, so it is what it is. And even after the first round was sent, one acknowledged it, and then one keeps saying that they didn't get it. Oh, okay. Okay. Another round was sent. I don't have to go through, and it's not coming from me. So this is not a game. Okay. I did not send anything to anybody. Whoever is handling stuff for me, they send them out. Okay. So it's not a joke.
Your representative. But
Mm-hmm.
and for the ones in the back, see, this is what I keep saying. Like, we're in the it's too much. We have too many tools to be able to research things that we couldn't get our hands on so quickly. Like, for example, how I was able to get my hands on that information to find out who was the owner. It would have taken me a day to do it, or a few days to get that information, thanks to technology. So if you don't understand what a cease and desist is, and if I didn't really know much about it, as soon as someone would have given me one, I would have at least Googled it to say, what is this all about? How is, and especially if I thought it was served to me improperly, I would have looked into it. You don't have to be served. You just have to be sent a cease and desist. A cease and desist, all that is a letter. That means stop, cease, stop. That's what cease means, to stop. And then you're in your letter, you're letting them know what they're doing, and what you're no longer tolerating, or whatever it is. So that's what a cease and a desist is.
Yeah, so that was straight for Willie. He said queen with the queen emoji, respectfully. What I'm saying, Willie, respectfully, you wanted me to answer. You're worrying about identity picture, all of this nonsense that y'all posting. That's not my issue. My issue is you can't tell me I can't send somebody a cease and desist when this person is on the internet slandering my children's name, telling the internet that Vibes Queen children be fucking on each other. Excuse my language, okay? My kids this, my kids that. My husband be whooping my ass. Just act like all the other stuff never happened. We're gonna just close that part off. But when you start telling the internet that my husband be whooping my ass, my children doing what with each other, what the fuck? You gonna tell me that I can't send it? Come on now. Come on. Come on.
And it
It
is
is
what
what
it
it
is.
is, okay? Hmm?
Yeah. And see, a lot of people think they can get away with it because they don't have money. But I know how a person can get your money with no job and money. Okay?
But see, that's why they want us to keep talking, because they want us to be able to
I'm
keep
not going
telling
to
them
ever say
stuff.
that. I will never say that, but maybe that will give them something to think about to stop. I would never say it. And they wouldn't even still would they could do all the research they want to. It would take an expert to know how to do it.
First things first, when you say that you're legally married to somebody, whether everything is in this person's name or your name or whatever, you're still legally married. Even if the man owed child support, technically his wife owed child support. Come on now. Right? So you can't just say, well, everything is in her name, so I could just do whatever. I ain't gonna say them. It is what it is.
It is what
But
it is. I mean, the thing is why don't you just stop? This, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't get it. I guess because I'm not used to this kind of behavior.
I've tried over and over and over to not make this person my content. I literally cut them off, do all
I
of
know.
this. Like
I know. You
every
even
day,
tried
this
to.
person go live and yell and scream my name. At this point, you want me. I don't know how else to put it. You are interested in me. You went from saying my voice is sexy, I got a badass avatar, all of these compliments. I'm convinced in my mind you want me.
Yeah. Now, see, it would be wrong. I'm not going to even say anymore. I wanted to stop. I'm sure that people in the chat wanted to stop. Period. And it's wrong to just keep on picking and picking and picking and picking.
Where's the beef? Say YouTube is not that serious. Well, where's the beef? I want to know, how would you feel if you're a parent and people start? It didn't happen to me, but if you wake up tomorrow and your precious baby girl is posted on the internet, or your granddaughter, or whatever, are you just gonna say YouTube is not a big deal? Oh, y'all overreacted. Let me know. Because I
Where's the
don't think they realize that content creators are human.
I
Hmm?
agree, but you don't understand. People are sick on this app. Where's the beef? They are obsessed. And you know what? You have to understand this the castle is her business. It's just like if you had a small business and while you're selling your shoes or whatever you're doing, you got somebody standing in front of your store saying, "Oh, don't shop with this person. I hate them. They do this. They were doing that," and da 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 da. And people start listening and like, "Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah," and leave. Like interrupting with your business. And that's what it is. I mean, this is a business. This woman, she's monetized. And it is sick. But do you realize how many sick people are in this world? Do you realize there are people who get stalked on the daily? They got weirdos. I mean, we could talk about Charles Manson's. We can go on and on and on. These were regular people. When people describe these people, you would have never thought that these people were like this. They were charming people, likable people, whatever. And when you start seeing certain behaviors, people need to start taking them seriously. Especially when it's like targeted towards one person really for no apparent reason. I know I got some people on this line that's obsessed with me. I already know it. It's weirdos on this app. And they sit behind this computer screen. They're more comfortable behind this computer screen than they are stepping out their door and messing with a lot of people. I'm sorry, who's not
Okay.
talking about her?
I'm
Oh, no,
just
no, no,
having an
no.
issue with every time somebody want to come. Like, I like to talk to people on their real account. Okay.
When
I don't
I
troll people, so I like when people talk to me on their real account and I know who I'm talking to.
Where's the beef? I don't know how Vibes felt about it, but I didn't think that you were saying it was wrong. I know you just had an opinion about it. Like, and I guess I was just kind of explaining, like, because it is weird, especially I don't know how new you are to uh YouTube, but it's real very weird to me. Like when I first came on, like not when I first came on, but once I got introduced to all of this other riffraff, I didn't even know what a sector was. I was hearing about a sector. I remember Googling it. What is a YouTube sector? I couldn't figure it out. I had to keep listening to people talk about it to figure out, oh, it's like a group of people online. And this is, they specialize in beefing with each other and all this. And I'm going to be honest with you. I was really shocked to know that there were older people beefing. Right, huh? I thought that would be like something that the young folks would be doing. So it kind of surprised me.
Did y'all not see me like 2 live streams ago actually went doing a reaction about an interview and whatever? I done left it alone. Like, I don't know. So what? I'm supposed to leave it alone. Then people come live hollering and screaming, telling me to hit the link, all of this stuff. I'm still not even bashing her because I done said what I had to say from last Saturday. I don't know which part of that nobody don't get. Like, move the hell on. Did I come live cussing you out last night? No. So why are you on YouTube on a Sunday hollering and screaming my name, ma'am? Like,
I
make it
understand.
make sense. And then you automatically think somebody watching you. Well, you're wrong.
Where's the beef? I apologize if you felt that way, that you were being attacked from me. I don't know.
You think
Maybe I'm sorry, Vibes can answer. Go ahead.
do they think that it's a joke when I sit there and I put up my things on Sunday and I said, have a nice day with the king, the queen, the kids, the hearts, all of this, and a Sunday quote or whatever that say happy Sunday? Do you think that it's a game? And I just be like still on here all day or whatever? No, I have a life. And anybody that talked to me will know that. I dead ass woke up this morning and said, I'm having a peaceful day. I'm not letting nobody into go that on my line. Didn't I
You're
say
not
that this
lying.
morning? I ain't allowing
Yeah.
nobody to piss me off.
Mm-hmm. You did say it. In fact, you said it yesterday that Sunday was definitely not going to be the day.
I literally sat there late last night before I came live and I made my whole Sunday dinner. I'm talking about collard greens, everything from scratch. Okay. And I said, you know what? This Sunday, I'm chilling. I'm not cooking. You know when you do it so late, it's still like you get what I'm saying. Late night, whatever Sunday. No, the point is Sunday, I want to relax. I
Yeah.
ain't finna be upset on no Sunday. You see, I didn't watch her whole life, so I was wondering why she called you out. I don't know, but I know, like, listen, and I know it was confirmed. So when I sat there and I said, hey, cause Golden was watching, I said, did she say my name? She said, yeah. And that's when you went up there, correct? After she said something about both of us or whatever, hit the link.
Yeah, I told her because I was like, I know I shouldn't have been doing it, and I didn't. I said, no, let me get this straight. I'm going up here. Um, First of all, thanks for the super chat, De Jesus and Raquel. Just in case we missed
Oh,
it.
thanks, guys. I sure did. I'm sorry.
Um, no problem, Ocean. Yeah, Vibes was not even online. She wasn't, and I was, because today is Sunday. I wasn't doing anything. And like I said, what pulled me into it was the title. And I said, oh, what is this about? So I went over there and clicked on it, and I'm kind of like listening. It was basically I don't even remember, but it was basically the same old. And till she called out my name and said, I know you're in the bushes. I was saying, I kind of laughed to myself because I was like, now, usually I haven't even been coming on because I don't want to even hear anything that's going to trigger me where I'm going to be like, hold up, that's not true. So I just want to just avoid going to the channel right now until everything dies down. But it was like, now, what if I wasn't in the bushes? Yeah, and I was like, okay, let me get on out there because I didn't like the lie being told on me with the other dude. You know what I mean? And it's like, since I knew his people were in the chat, okay, that was my perfect time to get on there. It really doesn't even make a difference, but I just don't like somebody, calling people. Never mind. I don't even know why I keep talking about it. And that comment about you like to know who you talking to was towards me. Oh wow, because really we don't know who you either, and it wasn't directed towards me. Huh? Wait a minute. Did we miss something? Where's
I
the
think
big?
I think they're talking about me because I said something about, yeah, I like for everybody to talk to me under their real account. Like, you can't say you know the whole street sector history or whatever, and you just made an account 6 days ago. You're trolling me. Like, I'm not
Okay.
stupid, okay? Like, just come under your real name and pop your shit.
Yeah, I see. I hadn't checked the account. Where's the beef? Come on, let's just keep it real. You ain't got to hide. Oh, you know, but you're familiar with the. Are you familiar with what's going on?
The link is pinned. I can't go to what's a sector I'm not real familiar with. Um, whatever sector they talk about plants, okay, and I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna just act like I know everything, and I just started going over there 6 days ago. It
I
don't
think
even make sense. Mhm.
where's the beef? I think she's saying that you have a new account. And, from our experiences, you might be real, but I mean, having an account, she said, for 6 days, it's no way you ought to be knowing about all this old crazy riffraff that's going on. But I think she's saying that because we got a lot of people who come in here and they troll and they start talking crazy. So because your name is unfamiliar and it's a 6 day account, it's kind of suspicious for her. That's all.
All I said was, why are you trying to Oh, but actually, I'm glad Ocean brought that up, because when you and Otto was on the panel, that's after he got off, then he went back up and whatever. Y'all was actually getting somewhere. And I'm talking about the chat seems so irritated. They started saying stuff like, when you went up there and you and him, remember, I don't want to talk to him, that he got off, that he came back up there. That's before the ZX dude came back up. Y'all, I mean, he was actually saying, I'm not going to disrespect you, all of this. The conversation was going somewhere. And when he came up there, he just threw a wrench in the whole thing. Because then it went a whole nother way, and the chat was like, damn, that was actually going good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
Well,
Mhm.
it's her panel, so that's it is what it is. I wasn't trying to argue with him because, see, I'm going by my experience with him the last time. I'm not about to be hollering and screaming. When I'm hollering and screaming, I don't even know what you're talking about, and you don't even know what I'm talking about. So it's a waste of my voice and breath. I ain't about to be doing that. If I can't say what I need to say and make it clear so you can hear and know what I'm saying, I'm wasting my breath and time.
It
I'm not
seems to
about,
me
you
that
know.
it seems to me
uh
that we're going right back to square one. Well, they are. I'm not, because I'm moving forward. Okay. It seems like Street Sector is going right back in time. It's a rerun of 2024. Somehow the drama is being shifted back into somebody's bedroom and what they do with their peen, and I don't get it. I don't get it.
Content.
Huh?
So I'm sorry, 1 minute. Can you hear me? It's for
I
it's
can
I'm
hear you.
now I'm at this point now, it's for content. It's for something to talk about. You know. Um, it is what it is.
And I'm
I
very
haven't
much
even
aware
watched
how
all of
annoying. I know how annoying it is every time you go on somebody live. Oh, it's back to the content. I got to get back to the content, and they go live. Like today, what I did. What you hollering and screaming my name for? You like drama. I ain't bother you.
I
Anyway,
think I think that was MGO's issue. I don't know if she mentioned it, but MGO's issue was that she called out for any enemies or people who dislike her to hit the panel. And when MGO tried to hit the panel, we all know MGO does not do that hollering and screaming and FUB. She's not that kind of person. And she refused to let her up. So basically, MGO, am I correct, MGO? I'm speaking on your behalf. But basically, MGO just felt like, well, you called people to hit the panel who disliked you or had an issue with you. And when I tried to get on the panel, you didn't want me on there. So I think that's what annoyed MGO the most about it.
where's the beef? I'm not doing this. All I'm saying is, all you got to do, if you're on mobile, go at the bottom right hand corner of your screen, click your avatar, switch accounts, okay, and come right back. I will take you more serious when I know who you are. That's all I'm saying. Right now, you're trolling me on a new account, and I don't like that. That's all I'm saying. So, no, I never said that I'm important, and I said what I said. I don't like nobody trolling me because I don't troll anybody, okay? I'm not a troll. I talk shit under my real name. That's it. It's not that hard. Just change account and come right back.
Well, let's ask another question. I'm sorry, I wasn't even trying to. Where's the beef? What are your other account names? How about that? What are your other account names?
I don't know. At this point, hit the darn link and just come up here and say what you got to say, okay? But what else we gonna talk about? Anybody want to have anything to say? Come now before it's last call for alcohol. We're already at 1 hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, I said let it be. Like, you hear their song, can't even stay right. Well, yes, definitely. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, yeah, like this ain't fun no more. Do anybody else have anything else to say?
Going once, going twice. Now, when Vibes starts exiting in 2 hours, don't come in here, and even the trolls don't come trying to say anything or whatever to stop everything. I don't know about you all,
This
but
is
I'm sorry,
no. Go ahead. You say you don't know about you all, but
but I'm really tired of it, and I don't know. Maybe it's that we too old. The old folks. I'm not a type of person that'll let. See, I know how these, especially some of these younger people that come from a different background. I'm not gonna say all young people, because I don't just disrespect young people just because they're young. Like, who the young folks? Like how they do us, the old folks. I don't do that. And one of the reasons why I don't do it is I remember being a youngster, and I remember how the old people would always complain, "Oh, these young folks," like it's everybody. And I always promised myself I would never do that. So I'm not going to say, "Oh, all these young folks." I'm going to say some of these people, young people, and I'm going to blame it on my generation who are their mothers. I'm going to blame my own generation for it. But what they do, I notice they get to thinking in their head somewhere that when you old, you're weak. When you're old, you're an easy target. When you're old, we can mess with them, bully them, and we can run them off and have fun. No, you can't do that to me. First of all, you ain't got no business doing that to me or anybody else, where you're going to bully them off of the internet. And see what's going to happen. They're going to mess with somebody who's not as strong and as weak. And next thing you know, we're going to find out that that person took their life because they were bullied and harassed so tough, where they just decided they were going to find in one of the supporters in the chat an easy target. And they're going to end their ass somewhere where they don't want to be. Because most of those that's doing all that talking ain't really never been to jail. And I ain't talking about for no day, no 2 days, no 3 days and all that. That ain't really jail. I mean, it's jail, but it ain't jail. I'm talking about where is do or die. I'm talking about somebody who didn't have to experience it. Somebody who had to, you know what I'm saying, learn the hard way. Where are you, do or die? Like some real time.
hi Lotus Flower Bomb, welcome to the castle. I saw you, but
Hello,
I will
Lotus.
let yeah.
I'm tired of it. And you know
You
what
say
I'm
I'm
saying?
leaving.
I'm sorry. And it's nonstop and, constant. And while the person is call themselves with this, say that they're helping somebody else, but you're hurting somebody else while you're helping somebody else. You know, and I'm not even just blaming that person. It's a lot of them in here. And what I'm saying is, I'm not talking about one specific person. Let me rewind that and back that up.
You
Because
had
I'm
a
not,
question.
I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
was waiting on you to finish. I was trying to tell you that you have a question in the chat when you get done.
Okay, let me see what the question is.
Well, basically asking you how did you I gotta go back and find it. Golden, how do you feel about let me put it up. How do you feel about how things went today on that panel?
I didn't feel any
Trinity,
kind of way.
Trinity, we dealing with something important. That's why I'm not letting you up tonight, okay?
Hi,
I know she
Trinity.
been she been back there all night, on and off, on and off. But MGO, I wasn't gonna have her disrespect MGO or whatever. So I'm good.
Oh, yeah.
Not
Come back
disrespect, but
again.
interrupt. Yeah, we
Trinity, we're
have
about to
castle
end it.
business going on. Mm.
And and we're not going to be here very long, so you might want to come back for the next slide. We were looking for you then another hour. I was. Anyway,
What I want to know is why every time when I'm up here by myself, nobody come up here. That's the question I have. Like, why when I'm up here, like somebody come up here? Why nobody come up here? But then
yeah,
when Golden is up here or somebody else is up here, then y'all want to come. Then it's a whole argument and who want to cuss her out. Come up here. If you want to talk to me, come up here when I'm all by myself.
I don't have any problems with Trinity. Trinity is all right with me. I actually enjoyed her. I know I heard the little something Trinity do a little stuff, a little sneaky little stuff or whatever. But I actually enjoyed Trinity when she came up on the panel because we was talking about some old stuff and she knew what she was talking about. I actually enjoyed her that day. But
That wasn't
I
no
want to
shade to Trinity. That was a
yeah.
blanket statement. Like when people be
Mhm.
wanting to talk to me, come up here when I'm by myself. It's that simple. Then I don't have to hear go. I don't have to say Golden. You want them up here, and then Golden say no. All of that. If you really want to talk to me, come up here when I'm by myself. You get what I'm saying? Like last night
Yeah.
with the whole incident with him and you, and now y'all was able to go talk somewhere else. Like it's just too much.
Yeah. To
But
answer Gemini's question, I really didn't feel anyway because I'm kind of over it. I just wanted to correct him on that. Like, if you want to keep throwing that out there, you come with the receipts where I've been saying this. Plus, I knew he had his people in the chat, so I just kind of wanted to do it while they were watching anyway. Did y'all notice that they kind of disappeared? Maybe that's my imagination, but I don't feel anyway. I'm really like cool on it. I don't like that false narrative. But I have to really think too, like, I'm not a content creator and this is not a business for me like it is for Vibes. And these people don't know me. And they just do a lot of talking. And this seems like that's all they do anyway. It's just a lot of talking, a lot of lying, a lot of whatever, deflecting and all that kind of manipulating. And I see that's just how they operate. But I didn't feel any kind of way. I did get that cleared up. Well, it's understood now. So, it's that. But I really didn't feel any kind of way about it, honestly. It is what it is at this point.
so I was expected to feel some type of way because you went over there, right? And I'm looking like, why would I? When y'all initially went y'all own way, I won't even say fell out or whatever, but when all that
Mhm.
happened and y'all went y'all own way, I'm quite sure I sat up on the panel and said, I am not going to sit there and in any kind of way try to push you to just, oh yeah, hate her, and be in your back pushing. I've never done such thing. I
You've
stayed out of
never.
it all the way. I've never told Golden how to feel. So I don't know why they actually needed to have that conversation. That's why I said y'all don't get to know me. Y'all just assume stuff. Not y'all in the chat, people on here. They automatically assumed that I was gonna be mad. I was gonna feel some type of way. When in reality, y'all actually needed to have that conversation.
And it is what it is. I'm done with it. Everyone knows how I feel about it. Everyone knows what I believe. And that's that. You know, that's
Mm-hmm.
that. I mean, it is what it is. Let them do their thing. And that's that. I don't want nobody thinking that I'm upset with her because and I wanted to clear that up because I knew she was trying to reach out to him. Don't try to twist nothing up. I just knew that I had thought about it and I was like, wait a minute. And I explained it on her panel. I'm not going to go on with that today, but that is how I felt and how I feel about it.
No, I said that forgiving because I know Golden didn't have any hidden agendas, or she genuinely liked her. That's why I said what I just said about even if the conversation today was to just decide to go their own way peacefully or whatever, I'm just saying they needed to have that. So who would I be to be in the middle? Like, you better not go up there. Why you up there? Drop down. I'm not no cult leader. It is what it is.
Ocean, you know what? What I've realized, anytime I hit those panels, I never really, ever am able to finish my points. When I hit those kind of panels like that, when there's conflict, I've never been able to. And that's why I end up going to Vibes' chat, or I get on my own. See, what I would do, just get on my own wall and just say what I gotta say and be done. Good night, do or die.
Good night, do or die. Yeah, and then they be mad at me. Oh, she go live and she have people take over her whole panel. Don't be mad at me. I know how to chill and let people speak. That's why people come over here and be want to say how they feel because they know I'm not gonna cut them off and they're gonna be able to talk.
These people and those people who say that are just talking. You turn on the TV and watch talk shows. They're interviewing. They're not just sitting there doing all the talking. They're interviewing people. They're bringing some variety to their channel.
Yeah, so basically what I'm saying, I wasn't gonna be that person, be like, nah, don't go up there, don't this, don't. I'm not like that.
Well, oh, you know what, Ocean? I'm glad you brought that up, because that was something that I did. Somebody, I don't know who the person was, came in my when I got off the panel, and they reminded me about his moderator. And he's making it like the moderator is not a big deal. I didn't even want to keep going on with him. Let him just go ahead. But I did address it, that I know what I heard about the moderator and how he speaks about children. Okay.
That moderator, yep, the one, I don't mean to cut you off, but yeah, you were
Mhm.
right when you said that. That same moderator, when we was in beef sector, Rob, he said there on December 31st, 2023, talked all up under my kids' clothes. Okay? So yeah,
Oh,
I know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm.
well, thank you. So at least I can share some more stories. I know I just heard about that he was inappropriate. So that's what my thing was to him, which I never did finish. And then he wanted to, deflect in the kind of way, or whatever, make it like the guy ain't doing that, but just drinking alcohol. But I know that I was like, the first time I saw that dude online, and he was on a live. And matter of fact, he was with Sonny. And he cussed that girl out. I was like, oh, he too disrespectful. Because at first they was talking. And I remember, I didn't see the whole live, but I just saw the part where they were talking and and taking these shots. And then all of a sudden, the dude just started disrespecting her, talking real crazy. And I was like, oh, yeah, that nigga. I don't know much about him, but I've heard some things that ain't cool. So the thing is that if he's worse than the one that you're talking about,
I know Timothy is
mm,
backstage and what you call it? Girl, you don't flipped your camera. Hold on. Hold on
hi,
for a
Trinity.
second.
Mm-hmm.
No, oh
Is that
Lord.
Brother
Huh?
Timothy, King Timothy?
How you doing? What's up?
Hey,
Hey, King.
Yeah, you doing really good, really good. I ain't gonna stay too long. I just want to say, how you doing, Golden? How you doing, Cream Castle?
I'm good. How
Hello.
are you?
Man, good day's been wild. Wow. Been a wild day. But it's been a blessed day for me. But it's just been, and I can say I ain't gonna say names. I'm just gonna say other platforms. It has been a headache. Cause when you talking on other platforms, it's like no one don't want to hear you out or want to cut you off. And um, when people does that, I realize that some people don't have no a right conscience, a mind, that don't have no peace of mind, don't have no feelings for no anyone. So it's like, when you're dealing with people like that, it's like you have to stray away. You have to move out the way and let them do them. Because my thing is this, I don't want to help people, don't want to be helped. I want to help those who wants to help. Because you can't help trying to help those and then they don't want it, then they want to argue with you every day. So my point is this. I say I pray for you, God bless you. And I move out the way because when I get a feeling like that and the person don't want to hear me out, so my point is this. I won't deal with them. I won't deal with them. Because it's like this. Sometimes sometimes you have to uh tell a person how you feel. But a person I want to hear it or don't want to they don't want to believe it. And it's like you just gotta, get up, move, walk away, be like, you know what, you know, I'll go shoot the people who right by me and leave you out of it. And cause I'm not gonna deal with no nonsense of anyone. And it's like, and I feel disrespectful. I got disrespect today. It's like, it's pretty messed up, but it's okay. Cause I'm happy with those I have around me as my friends. And so that's what I like about this platform, because you allow people to speak their mind, and I like that.
Thank you. Thank
So,
you.
and I do know, do or die, and he been in prison for a very long time, for 20 years,
How many?
and 20 years.
I thought it was 30.
No, no, it's 20 years. He said dirty.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it was 20 years. Basically, he told me. Um, yeah, it was. He been there for a long time. And it's like, I actually saved and prayed for him, and he turned himself to God Christ. So it's like, and I told him try to change your name. You can't be the same person as you used to be. And and I don't know why. I mean, he told me to change his name, but hopefully he'll change his name pretty soon. Um, but it's like I said before. I want to help those who want to help. You know, and that's what I'm here for. And I'm just trying to do the purpose I'm here to do, and I know my knowledge, and I know what kind of person I am, and I don't care who like it or not. I just want to speak peace because I'm sick of this drama. Keep going on and on and on. And some people say, look, some people is 60 years old. I mean, old enough to be a grandmama, and and there's no point for them to cussing and arguing, and making stress. When I get that feeling like that, I'll be like, let me go, let me get out of here, cause it's like no one don't be on nobody's platform, and I don't want to feel uncomfortable on nobody's platform. If I feel uncomfortable, I'm gone. I gotta go. I can't be in a platform when it's dramatized, and when somebody got mentally ill issues, it's like, that's the kind of people you don't want to be around. I can't be around because I try to be around it, and I'm trying to help them, but they don't want it. It's like they love to argue, they love to fight. That's the wonder why they can't keep a man in the house. No, the wonder why they can't keep a husband. I mean, I'm not shooting shots at nobody, like that. I'm just speaking my mind. Don't wonder why. I'm just saying, don't wonder why this issue is going on around the world. Why this curse is going on, and why it's so hard for those who are looking for love and they can't find it because they are dealing with the mental issues episodes constantly, and they don't get no help for that. And they go on and on and on, and then they jump on YouTube. Cause like I said, YouTube is that husband. Jump on YouTube, and then to end up fighting everybody else on YouTube, because so they can make themselves feel better. So that's all I want to say on that. And I thank you, Queen Castle, for let me speak and everything. And thank you, Golden, for listening too. So I thank y'all, and you have a great night. And that's all I want to
Thank
say.
you, Timothy.
Thank
Thank
you,
you. You
Timothy.
have a great night too.
God bless everyone. Good night.
Bless you too.
Good night. I have a question, y'all. When I came live, did I say I had any paperwork to prove anything about a case or what? Or I thought I said I didn't know what was going on, so I waited for Marcus to speak on it. Then I came to speak on it. Did I say anything about I had paperwork? Or I thought I said that I don't even look people up or know about that stuff while I asked Gordon to come speak on it. I thought that's
Correct.
what I said. I don't think people have great listening skills out here.
No,
Right
simply
now,
me.
as we speak, I don't have any paperwork on anything. I never said I had any paperwork.
I'm
Moving right
realizing
along.
that
Y'all let's
too.
be doing too much, huh?
Hi, Rhonda.
Hi,
I'm
Rhonda. Hi,
realizing that
Brittany.
too. I Is Brittany there? Hey, Brittany. I'm realizing that it's some people here that have some real poor listening skills, like comprehension. And I'm seeing now that I remember when that's part of, well, listening skills and reading. They have poor comprehension. That's why I came up, and I didn't even say I had paperwork. But what I did say is that I saw it, and whatever I do have, I'm not sharing it.
And
But what
then
I
y'all
did
wonder
say,
why. Then they wonder why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm being fucking harassed. If you can't see what's going on,
right.
okay?
We want to switch the narrative, switch it, and it sounds almost like what was being said, but people won't think, and then it's like, oh yeah. So I'm glad Vibes brought that out. So don't get fooled with that where Vibes says she had paperwork. Since if that's the story that's trying to get out now, right now, see that's what I'm talking about, trying to turn the stuff around. And I don't really even believe it's a comprehension issue. I'm starting to believe it's intentional. Because what I'm starting to see is that people do this so that they can have something to talk about and for content and for an audience. But see, this is the part of the harassment. Like, and you mean to tell me every time I have a conversation with you, I can't be with somebody like that. Every time I have a conversation with you, you don't understand. But I can talk to a 6-year-old and they can tell me exactly what was said without all the extras. No. So let me repeat it. As you it's on record. All they have to do is rewind this video. But Vibes didn't say anything about her having paperwork or anything like that. In fact, we've said something about basically word on the curb and what we heard and whatever else. And I just basically verified what Marcus, because everybody was thinking like Marcus was sounding crazy. That's because they didn't got this information and they didn't thoroughly research it. They just wanted to come out, and I'm not talking about them negatively. I'm just saying I know that's how it is. You want to be the first one. So we got some tea. But instead of saying, wait a minute, we got this tea. Now let's find out who these people, let's find out all the information. Let's give it a few days, you know? And Marcus knew what he was talking about, but they brushed it off because they're not aware.
Show you,
They're
show
not
you how much, show you how much I take pride in being credible. Last night I can't talk about something because I wasn't even sure what was going on, so I skipped right over it until I have more that it is true. You know, that was intentional. I could have talked about this from last night, but I didn't because I don't have anything in front of me that's saying, yeah, this is true. You get it? But they're not like, shut up. Just
First
shut
of
up.
all, Vibes wanted to first make sure verified it was a real case. It was verified. Okay. And what Vibes allowed me to say online, I had to show her proof of that. She was not going to let me say, oh, what Marcus was saying was right about about Sala until I showed it to her. Well, no, we're not going to show proof. Do your own homework. Okay. And you all know that the castle is a credible place.
Hey, Cam.
Hey, Cam. So basically, whoever the person is who files, if they don't understand how corporations go, the person who owns the corporation does not have to be the person who files paperwork for the corporation. And in fact, I thought it was kind of odd because when you have a corp, the address, never mind, because they do however they want to do it. You know that you have people to accept your process servings and all that kind of stuff in an address. And I was thinking like, oh, why did they use this address when they could have used that? Well, they do what they want to do. That ain't my issue. Basically, what I'm saying is that before I could come on and say what I had to say, I had to show proof to Vibes. Like, yeah, Marcus definitely knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
That corp is owned by him. The CFO is a female, and the secretary, who's also the same person. And could possibly, I don't know. I know I remember him saying he had a wife, but it could be a relative, but they definitely have the same last name.
Mhm.
Hey,
And why
Cam.
why why you think I didn't sit there and give out no business number or business name, or I ain't doing none of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just here doing my job, telling you, yes, Marcus said something about a case today. Yes, it is true. Okay. Yes, there's something definitely going on. That is my job. My job is not to come on here and talk about this, the people name, and this. I'm not doing all that. Okay. I'm staying out of it. My
And
job
first
is
of
to
all,
tell you the tea.
we don't even know what's going on. And you know what I'm saying? We don't know. And the funny thing, if you watch the live, when Marcus brought out the guy's name, now here it is. So I can't, I don't know if it's a frivolous lawsuit or not. I can't say. That would be left up to the parties, the defendants. Okay. But what I'm saying is that some of them was caught trying to say something was wrong with the man. So if you feel like something is wrong with the man, do you really believe that the lawsuit, could it be possible that the lawsuit could be frivolous? We don't know. But I just know with me, if I felt like somebody was just stone crazy, and also know that crazy people are intelligent too, and they know what they're talking about. But like I said, I just can't see how Atlanta Street interviews. I would love to read, and I might pull it and read the complaint. So I don't know how they all got connected, because I know everybody was so against Atlanta. And it's not even against Marcus, it's against Atlanta Street interviews. Let me get that point across. It's a difference. Filing a lawsuit against a person's corporation or nonprofit is different than filing it against the person. That lawsuit is against the person when it comes to the other two. When it comes to the other defendant, it's against a nonprofit organization, not specifically the person. Okay? I don't know what it went down, but I do recall he was accusing the other two, or the one. I'm not saying the other two. I recall him accusing that one of some stuff. So I don't know what's going on. And I ain't about to go by somebody else when they, don't all the way tell the truth. That's why it's good to look at stuff yourself. I'm a believer in it. I don't care what somebody tells you. And I know I've always had this issue when people tell me something, I go behind and look, they don't like that. They don't like you going behind them for some reason. Instead of respecting the fact, like, okay, she's smart. At least she goes behind to verify it herself. It's good to verify your own stuff.
Yeah.
So Clarissa, who talked about their mom a lot? Maybe I'm behind a little bit.
I remember he talked about his mom a lot. Oh, she
Oh,
talking about
come on.
Salsa Penny, I think.
Yeah, he loved his mother. You can definitely tell that. Matter of fact, he brought her on a video one time and asked her like about businesses or something. His mother was into that, like business savvy. And she spoke on, yeah, he loved his mother. Definitely.
Yeah. I even went as far. You want me to show you how I cannot believe I'm disgusted with how our people act on this internet. Y'all are so like lost from reality. It's not even funny anymore. I literally sat and I bet what sometimes I wish you guys would listen when I actually talk and I be throwing stuff up in the air for you to listen to it and pay attention and y'all still don't. I literally just sat on here last week and said, hey, did y'all know that I found out that somebody in the castle is a whole police officer? They showed me proof and everything. Just sitting back watching y'all dumbasses. Y'all don't even realize I literally sat there and said, I'm leaving all of y'all over. I'm just sitting back watching y'all, right along with everybody else watching y'all. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. You don't want to listen, so you'll just feel. What else you want me to say?
These shields, you know,
If
you had
if
me.
I told you that goal, then wouldn't you be like, damn, I need to clean up my act, whatever going on that I'm doing? That's what, wouldn't you? If you
I
had
know I
sense.
would definitely be watching what I say and do to people, but these people are daredevils, and no, and, you know, and I'm gonna tell you something. It's special needs, like you know what I'm saying. Like when you're in special needs classes, and they got a lot of daredevils. They don't understand that fat meat is greasy. They got to learn the hard way. They got to fall on their face.
And
Um,
that ain't why I'm changing up no act, because I know, no, that's not why. No, I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't argue with people in real life, so it's exhausting to come on the internet and keep arguing every day. It's weird. That's it.
Cam, you are really late, girl. You got a lot to catch up on. D Fields, you know you had me laughing. Y'all know they say black folks don't like to read. Some don't not all. You know, that's why they talk about my community posts. They won't even read one little small paragraph. It's too much. They would prefer to sit online for a whole hour for somebody to say whatever they got to say, and I can write that in less than 2 minutes, and it'd take less than 2 minutes to read.
Thank you for giving. At least you paying attention. So at this point, you just sit back, let them do whatever they got going on. More power to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually hilarious. It's sad. It's a lot. I want to know what kind of clout on the internet is where you losing your freedom. That's the magic question that I have for the night.
Well, I'm glad you did catch the replay, Kim. Let me ask you a question. Were you well? You'll hear it in the replay.
Mhm. And somehow, that's why I said somehow I have to get back focused. I lost focus. I lost focus to the point where I used to get up every morning, drop a video, drop short videos, all of this. I can't tell the last time I posted a video. Everything I do now is go live, go live, go live. I literally used to have birds in the background. I don't know who remember that chirping. I literally be outside, birds chirping in the background, making my morning videos. My videos actually did well. I don't even know what happened. I lost focus. I was getting 15K, 12K, 11K all on a video. I don't have no live stream with that type of views. I need to regain, get focused again.
You do, because that's how I was introduced to you. I was watching your videos. I would click on them and watch them, and I think I had made a comment on a few of them. Okay, Cam, I'm gonna give you a
I'm
hand.
like, don't got caught up in the damn part of always trying to defend my name. And no, that's why I'm like, you know what? To hell with that. You got it. You think I'm a bomb? I'm a bomb. I went to jail for 20 years. I did. Yeah, everything bad that you could put on my name, it is what it is. Okay.
Well,
You said
Cam,
girl dad.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of a hint. The other day on another channel, the video has been removed. They discovered that Atlanta Street Interviews and both of the primes were on a lawsuit being sued by a nonprofit organization. Okay, and that was all they were able to give us. Today, I'm not going to repeat what they said because I haven't verified it yet on what type of nonprofit organization it was, but it wasn't specifically Marcus, but it was his nonprofit organization is being sued along with the prime. So when you listen at the video, you'll hear the rest of what we discovered.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, love bug. Hey, everybody. Res BQ, we here. We adore you. Thanks, Kenyatta. Yeah. Like I'm not even performing. I'm a creative person, and I'm not even performing to be how creative I know I could be. I'm literally rolling around in the mud like I'm a queen. I'm like, I need to adjust my crown, get away from these riffraffs. These people that I won't even be able to hang out with for 5 minutes in real life. Why the hell am I coming on here? Why did y'all think I got to the point of saying I'm not giving commentary about them anymore? A waste of freaking air, okay? I don't see how I'm gonna be with my family on a beautiful Sunday, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go live in the middle of the day of a Sunday, and I'm just gonna yell and scream a complete stranger name like on a channel that's not even monetized. What are you gaining?
Yeah.
You said I changed it to get away as well. What did you change? This is Joyce G. I changed my name. Well, hell, you just told them your name again. Well, the link is open whenever you're ready, Joyce. If you have something to say, anybody that's up in here right now, I'm not begging you, but if you have something to say, please hit the panel and come up here now, okay? Please do not wait till the last minute.
Hello, girl dad. I don't know if anyone spoke to you. Also, for those who are able, of course, hit the like button. That's always free. But those who are able and who are enjoying the content, if you are able and can, it would be nice if you can hit our girl up with a super chat or a cash app, which is $Vibes Queen 6.
Lord Jesus. A waste of energy. Thanks, Golden. You said I don't mind that people know. Okay, love bug. Trinity, I really don't want to have to block you from StreamYard. Just please stop. But none of you not going to add to the conversation. She come up here right now, the whole chat finna go crazy. Like, I ain't even got time, okay? But I guess I'm going to just go then. We don't have anything else to talk about. Anybody? Somebody? Or
D,
Golden? Hmm?
I would really love to see Vibes go back because that's what attracted me to her. And most likely that's what attracted most of us to her. Um, it's a distraction, you know, and it's intentional. And yeah, so maybe I can help with Vibes and motivate her too and remind her. And I think you should start doing that again, Vibes.
I need to do something. Let's see.
Because this is redundant. It's just the same mess, different day.
I got to verify if this her. Hold on. Hey,
Hey, how are you doing?
what's up, Joyce?
Hey, I just wanted to come up and I just had a couple of words to say.
Hi,
How you
Joy.
doing?
Hey, how are you doing, Golden?
Getting you.
I'm doing good. Um, I just want to say, the last fiasco that went on, I apologize for that. That was never my intention for things to go left. I just want everyone to understand I have nothing against anyone in any way, shape, or form. My problem has always been who you already know it is with, because my daughter was spoken about. So that's
Hmm.
why I came out what I came out with. I am not, the type of low life female or anything. I listen to you, Golden, a whole bunch, and I've been watching. I kind of took a break, and I changed my name to Love Bug, which is Joyce G right now. But I don't mind if people know who I am. It's just that I took a step back because I'm like, you know what? This is not me. This is not my real life. And when I speak to, like, like my best friend of 28 years and the people that are in my life, they're like, what the F are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you engaging in this? So I'm done with it at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I will, if I'm welcome here to make, comments or whatever, I will. But as far as the drama, that is not what I want to be part of, you know? Because that's actually who I'm not. But once, just like vibes, when someone speaks on your child, my child was spoken on as well with some filthy, filthy, filthy lies. And she is the total opposite. So I came back and I protected my child. And that's why I came out the way I came out with the interviews and things like that. And I just wanted everyone to know that, but I have no problems with anyone. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah. And I know it was just so much going on the panel, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
just let it go. I think we got
Yeah.
off on the wrong foot, and then on top of that, the
Yeah.
panel was chaotic, and I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah. But I just thought I need to hit the panel and let y'all know, and I would also like to say I want to address this. I may get some backlash for this, but I'm going to address it on the panel and I hope you don't mind me addressing it. I don't know the full story because I wasn't part of it, but I guess somebody hit somebody's panel. I don't know if it was yours, and they said it was a troll person, and they sent some pictures out. That was not me. I don't do things like that. If I have something to say, I'm going to come as who I am. I don't do troll pages. I'm not into YouTube like that. I don't have time to make troll pages. I don't have troll pages. So, whatever the narrative was, at that time, it wasn't me. I just want to clear that up. It was not me in any way, shape, or form. And everybody can do their investigation and they will find out that the IP address or whatever, it's not me. I
I don't
just,
even know what you're talking about.
No, I know what she's talking about. I never thought it was you.
yes, it
The
was
voice,
not me.
can you hear me? I'm sorry. The voice sounded similar to yours, but I knew it was like an
Yes.
AI. I knew it wasn't you. Wait a minute, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Yes, it was not me. I would never
Um,
do that. I don't have time for that. I don't take time out of my life to, I mean, I have a very busy life. Like you Golden Vibes, y'all have very busy lives. A lot of the people on the panel, y'all have busy lives. I have a very busy life, believe it or not. And I don't have time to be doing
oh,
that.
I know what you're
Like,
talking about. You're talking about
yeah.
on my panel that time, and yeah,
I,
I
I
remember
I didn't
now.
even I didn't even see it vibes. I mean, I got secondhand information and I'm like, what? Why would I do that? I don't even have anything against this person. I don't have, that's just, let me tell you what, the only person, people may be like, you're disloyal, you backstabbed, whatever. No, it's not that I backstabbed her. I was disloyal to that content creator. I don't know what you want me to call her, sun bum. I don't know what you want me to call her. It's not that I was disloyal to her. There was never loyalty to begin with. So when there's no loyalty to begin with on your end, felt nothing from it from coming out. And that's what I just need people to understand. I there was never loyalty on that end. And once you never showed me loyalty, I have nothing for you. And that's why I did what I did. But in reality, I am a loyal person. I would never come onto a panel and troll someone. I've never, I just wouldn't do it. And I just want everyone to know that pretty much. And I just want to clear my
And
name.
That's it.
And let me say this. I do
That's
remember.
it.
Go ahead, Golden. Go ahead. I saw that you came
And
off of mute.
No, no, no.
yes,
You go ahead. I
and,
was just going to
and
tell her that I
okay.
never thought it was her. I
Yes,
did
ma'am.
think that the voice was similar, but I knew it wasn't you.
It
I
wasn't
already said who I
me.
thought it was.
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I would never do that. I'm not gonna waste my time to do that. It, because I don't have a problem. My only problem was with one person. I'm not going to go through lengths to, you know what I'm saying, get into it with other content creators and things like that. No, what I did was a personal thing between me and that one specific person. That's it. Even if y'all said something foul about me today, I'm still not coming back to argue back and forth. I
But
am a
but
subscriber. I don't have a channel or anything like that. That's just not how I roll, you know?
but you know
It's
why I
not.
got a little irritated that night when you was on the panel?
Oh, what's that, man?
Because when you was like, oh, somebody was calling you, asking you like, why are you on my panel? Why are you doing this? Whatever. I
Yes.
cannot stand for dudes to
Yeah.
act like they're in control and they're
Yes.
telling us what
Yes.
to do. And I'm like, no, I
Yes.
cannot sit back and let a whole weirdo on the internet
Hmm.
run my show. I can't.
And I understand that vibes. And I do apologize, everyone in your chat. Um, I apologize to everyone, and I'm going to apologize because maybe I shouldn't have put out, yeah, I know more information. And if I'm not going to put the information out, I just need to keep it to myself. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not going to do it, then just keep my mouth closed. This me coming up on your panel may get me dragged. I don't care about getting dragged. That doesn't bother me. I'm like you, Golden. I don't care. Your words don't hurt me. Like, I mean, I have a very prosperous life. I don't care what you say about me. It may get me dragged, but at the same time, what it was is I will tell you, he did call me and he did call me while I was on the live. And he was like, please, please don't tell it because I know and he knows. I don't care what she tells, who she tells, how she tells. She knows that I know much more than you all will probably ever know because there's things that she's just not going to disclose. It's
I,
just not. Now,
let,
I'm not trying to drag or anything like that. And I'm not trying to cause any problems on the panel. The thing is when he did call me, he was like, please, please, you don't know what I go through. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna leave it alone. And that's why I left it alone vibes. I was like, I'm gonna bow out. And that's what ended up happening. I just bowed out. I just bowed out.
and then once
Just let you
again,
know.
the monster think they won and they're in control. And that's what
And
I
you're
cannot
absolutely
stand.
right. And you're absolutely right. And I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. I do. I'm not disagreeing with you.
And
I
I'm
should
not
have
just saying
just,
that because it's him. It would have been any man, it would have been the same
mm,
story. You're not going to run me.
yeah. And I understand what you're saying. And a lot of us have been damaged. I mean, including me. I've been damaged too when it comes to speaking on my child and things like that on live or whatever. Um, I understand where you're coming from, vibes. I totally do. Um, but I think just this specific situation, and one day hopefully I can explain it. I can't explain it right now, but I'm just gonna leave it alone. But that's not what I came up here for. That's not what I came up here for, to rehash. That's not what I came up here for. I just want to let everybody know where I was coming from. And it was not me. I would never troll. I would never do any of those type of things. I don't have time for it. I just won't. I mean, I've been on, Golden, you already know if I have something to say, you can witness. I'll just hop up on the panel and be like, hey, no, like, no, this isn't true. You're speaking on the wrong thing. You got it wrong. And I think you know what I'm talking about, hopefully, because I know that you were present at that time.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yes, on another content creators thing. If I have
Right.
something to say, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to defend myself because what I don't want someone to do is lie on me. I'm not a liar, and I don't want someone lying on me, whether, even if it's by mistake, I need to hop on and defend my name because that's very important to me. So I don't do troll pages. And I just want to make that very clear to everyone. So that was it. And not to upset your audience. I can't see the chat or anything, but I just wanted to come up and say that, I was debating on hitting the panel or even speaking in the chat, but at the end of the day, either you accept me or you don't accept me. But I know who I am. I really do know who I am. I haven't betrayed
It's
anyone
fine. Did
else.
you even notice that I never blocked you on IG? I didn't. I still left the line
No.
open.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I appreciate it. I do appreciate it, but I just
I know
think,
Golden just wanted to say something just now. I'm paying
okay,
attention. I see
let
her
me
come off mute and then
okay, let me be quiet then. I'm sorry because I'm
No,
not, I don't,
no, you can keep going. I just wanted to tell you that I'm glad you did come up to clear your name. And I totally understand that about somebody,
yes,
when your name is getting tarnished. But I'm just
yes.
telling you, I didn't believe it was you.
It
The
wasn't
the
me.
voice sounded very similar, but I already know who
Mm-hmm.
I suspected because of their behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was questioning them and how they went around certain questions,
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly who I believe it was.
And I'm gonna tell you, Golden, I didn't even see the live. I still don't know the full story, to be honest with you, because I didn't see it. I wasn't watching it. I wasn't present. So I just know bits and parts of the story, but it wasn't me. It wasn't. And I just don't, I don't know. No. But I just want everybody to know, whoever's listening, I have nothing against anybody. My only problem was that one person. Well, it's more than one person, but I don't want to bring that person into it, as far as him, you know, hint, hint, wink, wink. Um, my biggest problem was you talking about my child, and I'm going to go on the defense mode. And once you talk about my child and spread the lies that you did, yes, it's a wrap for me. I know too much about you, and don't play with my child. I only have one child. Don't play with my child. That's what you're not going to do, especially if it's not true. Don't play with. Now, if it's true, I'd have left it alone, but it's not true. So that's why I came out the way that I came out and did the interviews. But you know,
Well, I
that's
guess
it.
you and Vibes can relate then because that's her issue, and I guess a lot of people don't understand
Yes.
that.
Yes,
Um,
it's very hurtful, especially when you have like good kids. A lot of people. I was over there in another content creators thing. My daughter is 16 years old. I mean, she's an honor student. She's a captain of her step team. She's going to be going to Prairie View, and I don't care about the doxing. Some things I know you shouldn't say, but I really don't care at this point.
no, honey,
What can
I
you
love peer
do?
review.
What can you do? Okay, yeah, she's going to be going to Prairie View. She's a straight A student. um, she's going to be going into the National Honor Society. She should be getting her invitation in September. And I want the chat to know, no, I'm not bragging on my child. My
No,
point
no, 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 no,
to
no.
telling,
It's okay. Don't even.
yes,
Mm-mm.
you supposed to brag on your child.
Right, right. You're supposed to be a proud parent, and everybody is supposed to be happy for
yeah,
you, and then they can share with you about theirs. You shouldn't have
yeah,
to hold back about when it comes to your children. But go ahead.
yeah. But what I'm saying, Golden, people be like, oh, she thinks she's better, because I listen to the things they say about you, definitely.
Mhm.
And it's not that we think that we're better. It's just like you said, we're cut from a different cloth. And I never went into the situation as a ratchet type of person. I went into the situation as, can I help? What can I do? How can I make it better? And that's what people, I just want them to understand. But it went left.
Mhm.
So when I speak on my child, no, do I owe anybody an explanation about my child? Absolutely not. I do not owe anybody an explanation. But I want people to know my daughter, she should be getting her invitation in September. My daughter, she's going to a HBCU. She's gonna be pledging. She already has her plans. And so when you come out and say my daughter is sucking D, I'm teaching my daughter to suck D and stuff like that. Yes, I take offense to that. And that's why I came and not retaliation. I don't want to know if I want to use that word because what I came
No,
out
you
with
didn't
was the truth.
retaliate.
It was
Yeah.
the truth what I came out
Mhm.
with. But I came out
You gave
because
her the same energy, like
exactly. And that's
and that's
all
what.
it was.
Mhm.
That's all it was. It was the same energy you gave me because the thing is, she has heard my daughter in the background. She has actually, and I'm not gonna lie here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm an honest person. She has spoken to my child. She has told me she loves my child. My child is so respectful. And so now I didn't care for her, and whatever. If you want to drag me for this, whatever, on a live or whatever you want to go through, not y'all, but y'all know who I'm talking about. That's cool. But my daughter didn't like her because my daughter has overheard some things that she was like, and my daughter, which is really sad, she was 15 at the time. Mama, why are you dealing with this person? Because she knows I don't live that type of life. What is wrong with you, mama? What is wrong with you, mama? And I'm like, look, I'm just trying to help. She wasn't trying to hear that. But I just wanted y'all to understand where I'm coming from. When you talk on my daughter that's doing good things, yeah, I'm gonna come back at you. Don't you ever talk. If you talk about me, cool. Talk about me, lie about me, because she lied, told a bunch of lies about me. But when you talk about my daughter that's doing good things, I'm not gonna have it.
Mhm.
And that's why I jumped on this panel to explain to your audience vibes and golden. That's what it was. That's it. That's all. I'm not, one of those people that attack people a bunch of times. I'm not a content creator. Yes, I know subscribers get attacked and things like that. And to be a subscriber, I probably am going to get attacked after this, and that's cool. I have no problems. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to jump on nobody's panel and attack back. I just wanted to speak my piece and my truth. That's it.
They said letting strangers on social media speak to your child is wild too.
Oh, what did they say? I'm sorry, I can't see the comment.
Letting strangers on social media speak to your child is wild.
And you know what? I'm not even going to dispute that. You are absolutely right. Whoever made that comment, you are absolutely right. But I would like to say, in the beginning, I came in to help. I came in to let me try and make this person better. I came in to try and let me uplift this person. But I got the vibe of who she is now. I got that early on. I did. I did. But I was hoping the mother that I am would motivate her to be a better mother. That's what it was. And no, there's no excuses. I'll take all the backlash in the world, but at the end of the day, that's what it was. You see maybe I could be an example for you. You hear my child, you see the things she has going on, you see that I'm active PTA, I'm a teen mom, I'm all those things right now. And hopefully it
So
helps you. And that's what it was. It wasn't, and I don't let my child meet strangers on the internet. My daughter, she's not even on YouTube. She's not even
tomorrow
on
the
YouTube.
narrative will be, see y'all, she said she was you talking about her. Notice all night I try not to talk about her. Tomorrow the narrative will be
Yes,
VQ was talking about her and they no.
and let me apologize.
Um
BQ, I'm sorry. I know you have, because I've been watching. I know that you have been straying away from her. I want to make a statement. This has nothing to do with VQ or Golden or anybody in her chat. This is me coming up to explain myself. I, Joyce G, personally did this by myself. I haven't spoken to anybody on the back end. I felt the need to do it because it's in my heart. They have nothing to do with this. So I'm going to leave it alone and not discuss her anymore. But the reason why I'm discussing it is because I want people to understand where I am coming from. There's content creators, and I may get backlash for this. I've left certain content creators alone because I didn't want to be in the mess anymore. And something else I will tell you, I had memberships. The only time I would jump in the chat is if you're speaking about her because you were on my daughter. And that's why when they talking about you, I'm gonna talk about you too. Other than that, I don't talk about nobody else. I don't talk about
the
anyone
whole thing is
else.
stupid. In a minute we won't be able to talk about nobody. Anybody name you call, they
Exactly.
like leave me alone. So who we gonna be talking about in a minute?
Exactly.
That's why I said I'm going
Exactly.
back to the reaction videos on people that
Exactly.
is on his channel or something else, but this is not it. I
Exactly.
go in my house
And
right now and say, do you know who none of these bitches on YouTube are? Everybody in my house gonna be looking like who?
mm-hmm.
I didn't say
Mm-hmm.
Oprah. I didn't say J Lo. You know I didn't say anybody
Mm-hmm.
of substance.
Yes,
Nobody know who they
yes,
are, so who cares?
yes, yes.
You know, your
But
name is not even a household name. Good
yeah,
night, Clarissa.
yeah, and I definitely just want to say, vibes has nothing to do with me coming up on this panel. I did this
Clarissa,
on
I
my
removed. Hold
own.
on one second. I removed your
Okay.
comment earlier, but I did acknowledge and say thank you. I saw it. But yeah, like you understand. I didn't want you to promote who went live or whatnot. It's just YouTube rules and etiquette or whatever. If you understand.
Mm-hmm.
You say somebody else went live in my chat, then everybody like, oh shit, they did. Then they want to run and go. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
but
you'll know for next time. It's not a big deal.
and that's pretty much, I'm not a content creator. I don't ever want to be a content creator. I just happen to get myself mixed up in some BS, and it didn't come out good for me. But I want to reiterate. I've not spoken to Vibes behind the scenes. I haven't spoken to Golden behind the scenes or anyone else before I came up on this panel to say what I have to say. This is strictly me speaking. So please don't come for either one of them. If you're going to come for me. But if you come for me, I don't care. I have a good life. I don't care. Your words mean nothing to me. Nothing. So I just want to reiterate, y'all have nothing to do with me coming up on this panel. I just want to clear my name. That's it. That's all.
And there's definitely nothing wrong with clearing your name. I totally understand that. And I know
Yes.
Vibes definitely does because she is a
Yes.
believer in clearing her name.
Yes. And I have no problems with no one. I have no problems with no one but one person. I have no problems with the other person too. But like I said, the main person is who y'all know who the main person is. I don't plan on speaking on this person anymore because what I realized, Golden, is I'm not going to let you steal my joy. I'm not going to let you bring me down. I'm not going to let you bring me down to your level. Before this YouTube, I knew nothing about, like, I'm like you because I listen. I knew nothing about YouTube and sectors and all this stuff until all of this stuff went down. I knew nothing. And then when I got into it, it's like, it's such chaos, and I don't live my life in chaos. I don't. I really truly don't. My
Mm-hmm.
daughter and I, we travel, mom and daughter time. We do a lot of things together. I don't live my life in chaos. I don't. My next door neighbor, we are great friends. If I ever told her about this situation, which I haven't, this is when and when I realize that maybe I'm doing something wrong and it's not right. When I can't tell my family and friends. You know what I'm saying, Golden?
Right.
When you can't tell your
Definitely.
family and friends, like, yeah, I'm on YouTube going back and forth with. Now, I did tell my best friend, and I have said this in an interview, but I'm going to reiterate. I did tell my best friend of 28 years. I was like, girl, you need to go on here, blah, blah, blah. This is where everything was cool or whatever. She went on there and she said, don't ever send me no ish like that again. That is exactly what she said because I don't have friends like that. They can't identify with this YouTube sector stuff. So I don't tell people about this. I don't because it's embarrassing.
Yeah, it
I mean,
is.
for
Totally
me,
agree.
it's embarrassing.
Yeah, and I pay
So,
attention and I listen and I do take what people say into consideration, whether they come off like I don't. I
yeah.
actually do. Somebody, and I won't put anybody on blast or whatever because I'm not that way. But yeah, I literally sat there last week and it was actually
Hmm.
on a replay because a lot of times when the chat be busy, I miss stuff
Hmm.
in real time. And somebody that really rocks with the castle for even through the drama sat there and said,
Hmm.
girl, I noticed that the castle was so peaceful, but like a month now, the
Hmm.
castle is so chaotic.
Yeah.
That's one of my day one people telling me that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So at that
Yeah.
point, I'm like, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That's why I'm happy. I don't get mad when they tell me stuff. That the light bulb went off and said, "You are absolutely right." Or chill zone went from being chill zone to number drama every day.
Yeah. And
And
drama
I say,
brings you
you know what?
down.
I gotta get back some control. Yes, they know exactly who they are.
Yes. And drama can bring you down. I mean, you got to take control of your life, just like you said, vibes. And that's why I've been kind of like in the clouds or whatever. Every now and then now, I did take a break. I will tell y'all, I took a break for a couple of weeks and I'm like, I'm not listening to in this mess because it's too much. This is not how I live my life. Like, this has nothing to do with me besides the one incident, the one person. Other than that, it has nothing to do with me. So I have nothing against anyone. It's just, I gotta take control of my life. I'm not gonna let you control my life. I didn't grow up like this. I don't live my life like this. So why am I so invested in BS? This is
Well,
BS.
I even heard Marcus say something today, and I'm like, damn, he actually saw it. He said something about, and whether you like him or not, just hear me out. He said, you know how many videos
Yeah.
I dropped that could be such great content for hours and hours and
Hmm.
hours of content,
Yeah.
and they get
Yeah.
overlooked because we're so
Yeah.
distracted with stuff that don't even matter.
Yeah. And I will tell y'all, my daughter and I took a mom and daughter trip 2 weeks ago to Atlanta. We were in Peachtree. I will tell you, we actually met one of the interviewees. We did our like MLK tour. We did a lot of stuff while we were there. But but I did not meet Marcus. I didn't reach out to Marcus to try and meet him or anything like that because my focus was my daughter. And first of all, I don't know you, and I'm not about to meet you with my 16-year-old daughter. Like, I don't know you. But I did meet an interviewee. I did. I did. Because we got caught in the rain and under this, trying to shield ourselves for the rain. And I had said, "Hey, do you know Marcus of Atlanta Street Interviews?" And he was like, "Yeah, there's an interview with me or whatever." He started explaining or whatever. I gave him, during our tour, we actually happened to go through restaurants and things like that. So I had some barbecue and stuff left over because I don't eat a whole bunch. So he was hungry. I didn't even eat that much. I eat like a bird. I gave him my food, my plate, macaroni and cheese, green beans, my rib tips. And then another guy that was homeless came across the street. He shared it with him, but he is one of the people that are on the video. I didn't expect to meet anybody like that. But just so y'all know, I gave him my plate. And my daughter said, "Mama, I thought you were going to eat that later." I said, "Hey, if it helps them, I don't mind. We're okay." And she said, "Mama, I'm glad that you gave it to him so he doesn't have to be hungry." That's a child that I have.
Hmm.
So I just wanted to explain that. And no, did I go to Atlanta and try and hook up? No. I spent time with my child.
Right.
That's what I did. So, and we
And
were
I'm
on
into that.
Peachtree.
I'm a
Yeah.
believer in spending time with your children.
Yeah, and
Um,
I was on Peachtree and everywhere around
mhm.
where he is with the homeless people. But at the end of the day, no, my daughter was more important. I don't, I'm no shade to him, no shade, Marcus, no shade to you. My thing
Oh
was not
shit!
to meet up with
I
you.
missed the damn shade. If it was shade, what you said?
No, 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 no. I'm saying no shade to him because, like we were in Atlanta. And I could have easily been like, "Hey, let's meet up." That's not what I did because that wasn't my focus. Now, I did go down there and I was like, "Hey," we were downtown or whatever. We didn't stay downtown, but we were downtown. We were on Peachtree, we were at different places or whatever. And I said, "Let's meet some of the homeless people." That's what I'm telling my daughter. Because I will tell you, even before this Atlanta Street interviews and all this stuff, even as a younger woman in the military, when it would get cold and things like that, I would go buy hats, gloves, scarves. I would get food and I would hand that out to the homeless. And I have taught my daughter that. I've told her to be careful now, y'all. I've told her, you can't. Mm-mm. So she is aware of the precautions of that. But what I wanted to try and show my daughter, give back. We are very, very, very blessed, but give back, baby, because not everyone's blessed. So when I went to Atlanta, I gave them the food. It was okay for me. You know, I didn't need to meet up with anyone. It wasn't about that. It was about our experience. And that's just what I wanted to say.
Well, that was good. You have some mommy and daughter time. Now, let me ask you a question. You said your
Yes.
daughter is going to attend Prairie View this fall or next fall?
And no, she is a junior. She'll be going, her after she graduates her senior year. She is way above the GPA,
Mhm.
so definitely she's gonna get in. I mean, yeah. So we already done. We've done a few college tours this year.
Right.
And that's where she wants to be. She's always said Prairie View. So that's where she's going to be. She's going to be pledging. I can't say that out loud because I've learned if you say that, you can get blackballed. So she will be pledging and things like that. So she wants
Well,
to be a psychologist. She feels
okay.
like there's not enough mental health. I hear she's going to get her master's, is her plan. And she feels that there's not enough mental health out here for people. And I will tell you, for your audience, these children, I don't know if y'all have children. I'm sure y'all probably are involved because I don't want to, degrade anybody. But my daughter, she tells me everything. People be like, no, she can't. No, she tells me everything. There's kids that come to her talking about they want to commit suicide, they want to hurt themselves, their family life is bad. But she speaks to these children to get them on the up and up. And she said that she feels that that is her calling. So she wants to get her master's, have her own business, and make money, that way. So that's the direction we're going in. She will be going to her junior year, taking classes towards those psychologist classes.
Well,
So yes,
congratulations. My goddaughter
yes.
actually is a Prairie View alumni, and that was her major.
Oh, okay,
I am a alumni mom from Prairie View.
okay,
Mhm.
okay. Yes, I'm excited. I'm very excited, and I want and I keep saying this because I know how YouTube is working. It's not about me bragging. It has nothing about me. I'm not trying to
You can stop
brag or
saying
anything
that,
like
and I know
that.
no, you can
It's
stop
just
saying that, and I know why
golden
you're saying it because you got some people.
because yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. They'd be like, oh, she thinks she's this and that. It's
Right,
this and
and
that.
that's
I'm
because
just fortunate. I'm just very fortunate. I'm in a good place. We don't worry about Section 8. We don't worry about those type of we live in the suburbs. My daughter she don't even know what now I'm gonna tell you, she does know what the ghetto is. But let me tell you why she knows what the ghetto is, Golden. I take my daughter to the ghetto. I'm gonna tell you. I don't want to say the ghetto because people may get offended. I'll take my daughter to people that are not as fortunate because I want her to appreciate what she has. That's what I do. I don't think I'm better than anyone because God can take it away from us today. And I teach my daughter that. God can take this away from us today, baby. We can be in the same situation, but at the same time, I do take her to impoverished places so she'll know what it is, because she's
right.
never grown up in that.
Well, I don't know
Yeah,
if yeah, yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, at least she is
yeah,
familiar, you know.
yeah, yeah. So that's what I do. She doesn't know what it is to struggle, and I need her to understand what it is to struggle because don't ever take life for granted because you can be that same very person tomorrow, you
Right.
know? So, but
Mhm.
yeah, so I appreciate you guys for letting me up.
I wasn't
Um,
talking about you in the chat, Joyce. I was talking about something totally different, but I was listening to
oh
you.
no,
You
I
you
can't
don't go
even see the
live, so clearly
chat.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, but I can't even see the chat. I can't even see the chat
Okay,
vibes.
Joyce, let me warn you now. As soon as she's able to apply for housing, do it, because freshman housing, they they don't have that much space.
Let me tell you
And
about this little heifer. Now, I don't mean it in a bad way, y'all. That's a good way. Like I joke with my baby. I'd be like, let me tell you about this heifer, but it's a joking way. She talk about mama. I need my own apartment. Girl, bye. At night in the ninth, your freshman year in girl, bye.
well, you know what?
Mm-mm.
Actually, Prairie View does. I mean, I think she should be in a dorm. All of them are dorms, but they actually have
Mm-hmm.
apartments, because my daughter actually had
Yes.
an apartment where it was a living room, a kitchen,
Yes.
all of that. And it's just that each girl, or, each girl had their own room. So
Mm-hmm.
she might want those, really. So those are for really like the junior upperclassmen.
Yes.
However, a lot of freshmen do end up there sometimes, because unless they've been building, like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the freshmen will end up there because they don't have enough space. So, but if you want her to
Yes.
be in an environment which is more, you know what I mean, for her first year, apply early. But if not, she can go to the other side. They will tell you, oh, well, we have something for, we can offer you upperclassmen. It's a little bit
Yes.
more expensive, but they have a
Mm-hmm.
kitchen area. It's not like the other dorms where they.
Yes. And that's what I plan on doing.
Mhm.
I don't want, because see, I came in the middle of your live and I don't want to derail your live vibes. So I don't know exactly what y'all were talking about. So I don't want you to think I'm derailing your live. I don't want to be that person. But also they also have like off-campus things that they offer them or whatever. But they do have an application where you do like a dating site, kinda, is what I put it up with. And you
No.
can answer
Mm-mm.
questions, and then they put you with a roommate that will fit with you. So
Well,
yeah,
they
which
all
is
do
really
that.
good.
They
Oh,
do put you with
okay.
roommates that will.
Okay.
Mhm,
Okay.
they do that,
Okay.
but
Okay. I didn't know that.
you
Okay.
don't want her off campus, because
No,
she can
no.
be on. They have apartments on campus,
Mm-hmm.
so that's probably. I mean, I'm just telling you because I am a Prairie View alumni parent, and I used to be up there all the time. They called me a
Yes.
helicopter mom. So,
You know what? Golden, the first time I heard that was like when she was in fifth grade. And I was like, what is that? And they were like, "You're a helicopter mom." And I'm like, I don't even know what that is. So once they explained it, I denied it for the longest time. Now she's about to be a junior. And I'm like, you know what? I am a helicopter mom. I'm
mm,
going to save you no matter what. I don't care what the situation. Now, if you wrong, I'm going to correct you,
yeah, that's
but
how
I'm
I
gonna
am
correct
too.
you. I'm gonna correct you behind the scenes. But don't ever lie to me, so I know how to fight for you.
I tell my
I'm
kids
a
that
yes.
all the time.
Don't lie to me. Now,
Hmm.
tell me the truth. I'm gonna go in there and fight the right way. But when we get home, it's gonna be a problem.
I tell my kids that, well, I'll handle you at
Yes.
home,
Yes.
but don't
Yes.
have me going in there looking crazy. I
Yes.
tell them that all the
Yes.
time. And thank God I had children that
Yes.
were honest to me. But no, they was like, "Oh, you're a helicopter mom,"
Yes.
but they were like, "Oh, not in a bad way." Because when I tell you, I ain't gonna lie, I met the president of the
Mm-hmm.
school. I mean, so many administrators,
Mm-hmm.
the police on the campus. They when they would see me,
Mhm.
my daughter was like, when they see me, mommy, they always be waving. Because I was like, yeah, because
Mhm.
that's a whole nother story about all that kind of stuff.
Golden,
I let
baby.
them know this is my
Know
child.
me. They know
And
me, baby.
yeah, they knew me. I said, y'all
They
better
know
look out
me.
after her. I'm in California, and if anything happened to her, I can't be there like the rest some of these other kids' parents can. You
I'm
know
talking
what I
about high
mean?
school, not college yet, but they know
Oh,
me up in
okay.
high
Well, that's how
school.
I was in college too. For real,
Okay.
for real.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. But I'm sorry if I derailed because, like I said, vibes, I didn't mean to interrupt because I know you want to stay on topic and things like that. I didn't know exactly what you were on topic about, but I just went ahead and hit the panel, and I apologize if I derailed the topic. Um,
Oh, it
that
had
wasn't
slowed
my
down. We wasn't.
intention.
Your timing was actually perfect, so you don't have to be sorry.
Okay.
We was slowed down. So
Okay. That was never my intention. I just, like I said, I just came up to Like, that's not me. It's not me. And I'm gonna tell you, Mama Rachel, she probably gonna be like, "Why you throw my name?" And she, Mama Rachel be like, "Why you throw my name in here?" And then she laughs at me. I be like, "Because we going down together." So, her and I, we talk on a daily basis, and she really does make things make sense for
Hey,
me.
Trump stamp.
She makes
Hey,
things make
Trump
sense
stamp.
for me.
I was saying
Yeah.
hi to the person that just came in the chat. I be
Yes,
trying to
ma'am.
flash the comments when somebody else be talking, but
Yes. Yes. But
um,
she makes things make sense for me. And she doesn't know I'm on this panel right now because I didn't call her, so she probably gonna be mad at me. But it's okay. I did this on my own. I didn't want any influence. I needed to say my piece. And
I'm
I
I'm
just
gonna
want
have to
everybody to know
I'm gonna have
if
to
I
reach out to the castle guards and tell them to hire pest control for us. We have a pest problem in the castle.
mm, mm, mm,
Maybe our castle residents feel
mm,
like just
mm,
spraying
mm,
for us real quick.
mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, they say I'm
Yeah.
petty.
And I just, and I'd like to say, I really wish everyone could just get along. I would like to caveat on that. Um, it's just gone too far. Things have gone too far, way too far,
Thanks, right?
way too far. Yeah.
Raquel throwing up them sprays. Okay. Thanks,
Oh my God,
Raquel.
she ain't Raquel. You're not spraying me, are you? I'm trying to be peaceful. You're not roast
Girl, why
spraying
would
me,
I
are
have you
you?
on the panel and calling you a pest? I wouldn't
Look,
do
look,
that.
look, look. She ain't trying to raid me, is she? Because I don't want to be no dying roach. But
It ain't
I don't
no
want to be
roach
no
spray.
dying
It's a
roach.
hater spray.
Okay, okay.
It's a
But yeah,
hater spray.
and
Okay.
I wish everybody could get along, but of course that's never going to be possible. But I just want everybody to know my true character, and this is who I am, and my method to my madness of what I did. But other than that, I have no problems with anyone, no one. And I want everyone to know I would never troll you. No reason to. I have no problems with you. You're not my problem. You're not my problem. My problem has been solved. I'm done. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm done. I got to go on with my peace and be the mother that I am,
Well, let's
and that's it.
let's get up out of here. Hell, we almost at 3 hours.
Oh, are you? Okay, I came in
Yeah,
late. I came in late.
I be flying when I come here. Yeah. But I
Yes.
know a lot
And
of people, I'm cool though. A lot of people had a lot to say, so I'm glad everybody was
yeah,
able to speak.
yes. And Golden, I want to say that I truly do respect you. I do.
Oh,
I
thank
just
you,
want I
Joyce.
just want to put that I just want to put that out there. Yeah, I just want to put that
Good
out
night,
there.
D
I truly respect
Shields.
you.
Thank you,
And I'm
Joyce.
sorry if I'm making people leave your chat. I'm gonna go ahead and drop down. I just wanted to say my piece. That was it. I respect you, Golden. I respect your chat vibes, and I just didn't want any problems, and I just want to speak my piece. That was it. So, thank you. For letting me up.
Well, you
Hey,
have a good
listen.
night.
She
Mm-hmm.
said she said she feel bad if she making people leave. If I'm beating the big fish, girl, I'm cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it.
So you got to be a loyal fan of the castle. When I be saying stuff, if you
Mm.
be here all the time, you know exactly what I be
Yes.
talking about without even
I can hear
saying it.
anything. Vibes, let me tell you what. I be telling Mama Rachel, I'm like, girl, Mama Rachel, screw that. Let's go on Vibes chat. I said, girl, because if you miss a day, it's like forever. So I was like, let's go on Vibes chat and just get caught up. That's what we do. We go on your vibe, your chat to get caught up. Because, I'm not on here all the time. So she be like, yeah, okay, call you back, daughter. I'm like, okay, cool. And we listen to you. That's how we get caught up, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, so D said, no, no, I'm not leaving because of you. I have a husband. Oh no, we did. I didn't think that. You just said good night. You was here for the longest, so I just thought maybe you were tired.
And we
Yes.
know D be, sneaking on because he don't like all this old riff raff and drama crazy stuff. So
No,
she got,
it's And
We
it's a little
understand you.
drama. It's crazy. It's crazy,
Hmm.
but I don't want to be in any drama. After tonight, I don't care. I will ignore it. I don't care about words because words are words. Words are words. And words not gonna hurt me. But what are you gonna do? Nothing. What can you do? You gonna dox me? I don't care about you doxing me because when you dox me, everything I've told through interviews or any other time, all you gonna find is the truth. Unless it's some old information that's not just updated, you gonna know the truth. I don't have to lie. For what? For what? You ain't gotta lie. You ain't
I
gotta
Somebody
lie.
up in
understand
here
you.
talking about we don't trust her. Well, hell, I don't trust you either,
You know
Kenny.
what? And
Wait a minute,
they
Vibes,
don't,
who's saying that?
Somebody up in here, I don't trust you
Oh,
you
either, cause you want.
know,
No, the point is,
they,
let me finish, please. Let me
yes,
finish.
yes, yes, ma'am.
I don't trust you either. If you can't come under your real name and talk shit,
Mhm.
that's how you deal with
And
that.
I want to say, if you don't trust me, that's fine. But as I have explained, you can never, ever vibes. I know you have receipts from way back when. You will never, ever pull up a receipt where Joyce G has come at you or anybody else. You will never find a receipt. You will never find, I don't want to say any names, but some of the people that support the other person that comes into these chats and, oh, God, this and God, that, you will never find that I've done anything ever. I can promise you that because I wasn't about that drama. I wasn't about going into people's chats. That's not what I did. That's not who I am. That's not who I am. I did not defend. I did not cuss people out. Even if, when I was over there, you will never find that about me ever,
Mm.
ever, ever. And I'm not challenging you, but I challenge you to find it because you can't. Nobody will be able to find it.
You good?
I
I don't
don't
think
do
I have
that.
no receipt. I don't think off the
Yeah,
top
I
of my
I
head, I
know
just
don't
this
think I have
didn't.
no
thing.
receipt.
I
Mm-mm.
didn't do it. And as far as not trusting me, people don't have to trust me. But what I will tell people is I've only come after one person, and everything that I have said is coming to light. So think about that. Everything I said in the interview or everything I've ever said, has it come to light? Yep. So you don't have to trust me. But let's talk about the facts.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the facts. Think about facts, and everything is coming to light. So don't trust me. I'm not a snake type person. I did it for a reason. That's what people need to understand. When you're talking to my daughters, I'm teaching my daughter to suck D and put condoms on, and no, no, ma'am, we're not doing that. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. You're not about to degrade my child in
I
any way,
hope you're
shape, or
able to.
form.
I hope you're able to find peace and somehow move on with what was said,
I,
because I
I,
know,
yeah, yeah.
I know, stuff was said, but I mean, you just know you don't go back around the people that did all that stuff, you know.
And I haven't, and you
But
will never
I don't.
see. Yeah, you will never see that. I've never been back in her chat ever. Even when she was calling my name, I never went back in her chat. And vibes, I have found peace. It was hard at first because I only have one child, and I feel like I need to protect my child. But I
Joyce,
found peace.
I'm not trying to minimize how you feel, but this was
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
said one day. Was this said several days, or was this say one day?
She did it a couple of times. And then there was a time with her and the male came up on a panel and said I was on crack. And I've never done drugs in my life.
I'm
I've
not saying
never
it
done
makes it
drugs in my
right or
life.
whatever. I was just trying to get it. Was it said 5 times, 4 times, 3 times? This was
It
said
was
about
like
my
twice.
children
She
over
came
and
on
over and
twice.
over
Yeah,
and
yeah,
over and
yeah.
over and over
And
and over. And then people sit on here and tell me I
mm-hmm,
shouldn't feel anyway. Look how you keep
mm-hmm,
bringing it up over and over and over, even if it was just
mm-mm.
3 times.
I get where
One
you're coming
time was one
from.
time enough. Don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to make
You're
a
right.
point.
You're right. Twice. She only did it like twice to me. And that sent me over the edge to do an interview. So I can imagine if you did it over and over and over again. And I'm going to tell you, has she done it over and over again? I probably would have come out with everything that I truly know that you're keeping a secret. I'm gonna tell you right now, you would have sent me over the edge. But she's only done it twice, so it is what it is. Yeah, that would have sent me
But
over the
but
edge.
the next time a ninja try to control your line that you paying for, tell him go F himself. He need to be paying your phone bill then. I'm still stuck at that
Hmm.
part.
Yeah, yeah. No, and I
I guess
understand
Joyce,
what
I
you're
guess
saying,
Joyce is like,
vibes.
and it's
I
just
try to
coming
keep.
from this place. I just need women
Hmm.
that follow me to know
Yeah.
that it's not okay. I'm not telling you to
Hmm.
size men up and this. That's
Hmm.
not the message. The message I'm
Hmm.
trying to send is it's not okay for men to think
Yeah.
that they run you. They're just gonna diss and
Hmm.
they no,
Now,
no.
do I think it was a manipulation tactic? Now, vibes, I'm not a dumb woman in any way, shape, or form. I have a master's degree. I'm very educated. I spent 22 years in the military, which a lot of y'all know because I put that out there. Um, I'm not stupid. I know when something is a manipulation tactic, but with your audience and everyone that's listening needs to know, why would someone call me? If you don't trust me, you don't have to trust me. But why would someone call me and say, please don't put it out there? They already knew what I was going they already know what I know. So come on, make it make sense. They already know that I know what's going on, what the real deal is. Make it make sense. I know. And for someone to say, hey, during a live, please, please don't put it out there. Please, you don't know what I'm going through. Please, 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 please. I'm telling y'all right now, make it make sense. So if I'm a liar and I'm a snake and I really don't have something, why would somebody do that? Make it make sense. They know what I have. I know what I got. I just don't put it out there.
Well, I definitely know you have something because that was
I
way
sure
too many
do.
calls that came in,
I sure
and that
do.
told me a lot.
I sure do, Miss Golden. And that's what people, you know, you have your trolls, you have people that really aren't. I'm a deep thinker. I am a deep thinker, just like you, Golden. Um, think about it, people. Why would someone call me over and over and I finally answer the phone and we have the conversation that we have and they're begging me, begging, not asking nicely. Now we already know who this person is, not dragging me, begging me, please don't put it out. Come on, people, use your brains. I, I'm not lying. But I understand that vibes you don't like, people say they got something they're not gonna put it out there. There's a reason why I'm not putting it out there. That's why I need you, I hope you understand. A lot of it is, and I don't want to put Mama Rachel in this, a lot of it is she was like, daughter, don't put it out there because it's that deep.
Well, don't bring it up anymore, please.
Okay, I won't bring it
Respectfully.
up anymore. Okay, I promise I won't bring it up anymore.
For
But
all of us sanity, if you're not gonna tell us, don't bring it up no
yes,
more.
yes, I
Cause
get
that
it.
will aggravate the hell out of me. I'm being
Yes.
honest.
And probably your chat too, and your chat too. It's gonna aggravate them too. But Golden, I'm glad you picked up on that. I'm glad you picked up on that. I'm not a bullshitter. I'm not, people are like, oh, she's just a troll. No, I'm not a troll at all. It's about don't don't speak on my child. Because once you speak on my child, I'm about to take it to hell. Just like you say you take it to hell, I'm about to take it to hell. And that's what it was. You're not a troll. You're not a troll.
Okay, anything else we gotta say? We're at 3 hours now, y'all. I want to go relax with my family before they go to bed. Can you hear me?
Okay, hello?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Mhm.
sorry. But yeah, I'm not a troll. If I was a troll, I wouldn't come up under my name. If I was a
No, I
troll,
get it. I
some
was
of these
just
things would
saying.
be disputed, correct? If I was a troll, when I came up with interviews, y'all are realizing the things that I said. And Golden, I know you have a great memory. The things that I have said are coming to light. It wasn't a lie, not a troll.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. But that's it. And I don't want to go on and on. I know you're ready to get off vibes, but
I think I just be having I'll be
I'm
having
just
my
up
chat
here
spoiled.
to say
I
what I have to
know my
say.
or
Yeah,
castle.
I appreciate it.
I don't know if y'all hearing me or not.
We hear you.
Yeah. Appreciate
Yeah.
you letting me on.
Have a good night, Joyce. Thank you for coming out.
Okay, no
You too.
problem. And y'all have a good night too.
Same to
You
you.
too.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye. Are you about to
Mhm.
start wrapping it up, Vibes?
Unless you have something, if you have something else
No.
to say, I could
Uh-uh.
leave you. I could
Why
go on
else on
mute.
here?
No, I don't. I was going to drop down and just sit in the chat for a while.
Um,
I took you down, Joyce. Let me see. Yeah, I just want to go relax now, go hang out, chill out with
Yeah.
my husband or something. I don't been here
Yeah.
3 hours. I'm kind of tired of being here.
We didn't tramp. You came late. You got to watch the replay. It's time for Vibes to deal with the kids, rock the babies to sleep. Cam, you got to catch the replay. Now, I already gave you a little something, something. So you'll know what we're talking about when you listen at the replay.
And
Um,
literally, that went over their head what you just said, right? Literally, yes, I still put my baby to sleep at 10 years old. Hey, I'm enjoying every moment. I might never have another one. Okay? It is what it is.
stop making me
What?
laugh, D. Girl,
Am I lying? I'm not lying. I still lay down with my baby.
no,
That's my
she's
baby.
super real about that. And her baby is probably sitting there waiting for her too, like looking at the
Huh?
clock. You 7 minutes late. Um, D, don't have me rolling. D, you know darn well it's time for you to go to bed. Now he didn't gave you enough time to drink some tea. He know you up in here listening at this gossip. He just trying to let you think you sneaking and doing it.
Hell nah. That's a joke of the night. I was willing to get a divorce for that tea. That's what you hooked to that tea, honey.
She was getting
Ah.
close, wasn't she? Steve it was like, uh-oh. And then Trump was getting like, we ain't about to
But
start this
no, if
again.
Joyce is still here, we're definitely not bashing you, Joyce. Thank
No,
you for
we not.
coming up.
We just clowning Joyce. It ain't even about you. We laughing because Dee knows she shouldn't even be here anyway right now.
D Ben said she would leave, and I thought she
Yeah.
been gone. I'm like, what the hell? D still waiting. She like, girl, I don't want to miss nothing. I think D. Shout out to you, D. D been paying attention. D. I literally just said, even when I hit the outro, don't leave yet. The drama love to pop off when I start the intro. Okay, I mean the outro. So D like, I can't leave. I might miss some. They love to act up at
Girl,
the end.
I told Vibes today I gotta chill because I didn't even know about they thinking I'm arguing with some folks I know. My family heard me and was like, yeah, I know you was having some go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be fooling with these folks online like this.
No,
Like
but
for
the
real,
funniest
for real.
part is your people be like, where that nigga at? He talking shit. Where he at? Be ready right now.
And they ain't
That's the
understanding these fools, these mouthy fools is thousands of miles away talking this crap. Where it's like,
that,
let's
that's
get down to the bottom of this.
that's the part that be having me in tears because he go from 0 to 100. Like, where that motherfucker at? That's talking shit. Tell him to pull up.
Yeah, remember that? I had to put the phone on, I had to put it on mute because he gave out the address. I was thinking, God, nobody heard. I'm like, hold up. He didn't give a damn about me being doxxed.
Uh, that was the funniest part. I'm like, oh Lord. Don't even realize they halfway across the world, huh? Some of them. That's
Thinking like they just
hilarious.
on the other side of town, maybe. Yeah, they are. They across our bridge, our cyber bridge, round the corners.
Yeah. And like guys, let me say this before we go, okay? Never think that I'm letting nobody control me. So you sit there and say, oh, so all this person got to do is sit there and say, don't say my name, and they win. You just stop doing it. It's not they're controlling you or me or whatever per se. I'm trying to show you something that whether I do commentary or I don't give commentary, my name is still gonna come up. That's the picture I'm trying to show you. So pay attention if that makes sense to you. Whether I come, we literally came live like 2, 3 live streams ago, and we sat here the whole night with Brittany. Shout out to Brittany, talking about food from NOLA and this and what they cook on Mondays. And the next day, my name was still in some mess. One night, we was talking about milkshakes. Remember? I'm getting off to go get a vanilla, and the whole live stream went talking about milkshakes.
Yep, I
And it's
remember
still
that.
a problem. So whether we bring them up or don't bring them up, my name still get mentioned. So it is, but I know they love me at this point. That's what it is. Okay. You said they be saying I don't even be in the country, like that makes sense. People, so my location doesn't matter. Right. Right. That's the craziest part. They can't even keep up with you because they don't know if they got to take a flight to a state or another country.
Right, Copper. For real. And let me shut my mouth. Let me
Mhm.
just be quiet. Mm,
But
mm, mm.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
I just want when everything hit the fan, what I want to know if people gonna be big enough to say, damn it, man, I done messed my whole life up over chasing clout on YouTube. Damn, I should have listened.
Hmm.
To me, right now, it seems like me, Golden, everybody they harassed are more important than their children. Because dead ass, if I'm on here sitting up there messing with people's family, doing all this crazy illegal stuff on the internet, and somebody tell me that, hey, I'm being watched by the law, I will just stop instantly. Okay. But some people, hey, maybe they see a cell that they like, or they see a celly that they want to be with. It is what it is. But let's go. You said, I'm like that. Wait, you said, I like it. I like it like that. Even people I know don't know if I'm in town or not. Yeah. At this point, it just seems to me that stuff is getting worse and worse and worse. And maybe Marcus gonna have to do what he been putting off all this time. Maybe. Maybe that's the only time you're gonna catch a break and get some relief.
And speaking of Marcus, if you listen, I haven't even watched all that stuff they're talking about because I'm so caught up with other stuff. And I can't watch too many of them at one time, but just chill. We know that some of that stuff is for what is it, shock factor.
Shock value.
I'm sorry, shock value. We know already, that you do some stuff for people to talk. But just chill and be careful out there. That's all I have to say about it.
Yeah, because I think what's happening there, like, oh, Marcus don't give a damn. He don't flag when we use his content. Oh, he just be laid back. He don't say anything. So people just keep thinking, oh, I'm going to get away with it. I'm going to get away with it. Oh, VQ ain't malicious. Oh, she did. So they just keep going and keep going. But we all know that one day your luck run out, right? Every bully have a bully that's bigger and badder than them. And we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
You said, I want you to know I wouldn't have met any of y'all if it wasn't for, oh, soft white underbelly. True. You said you would have never met any of us. Yeah, but there's still a lot going on in these streets. At this point, I'm not the problem. Go look in the mirror, okay? I just want y'all to pay attention to the timeline. Last Saturday, You go live cussing me out. I went live cussing you out. We're even. Then the whole week, you don't say nothing. Or maybe it was subliminally. Who cares? I didn't say anything. And then out of nowhere on a beautiful Sunday, you just pop up and you start hollering and screaming my name. Am I the problem or you're the problem? And then by the time I get to talk, you still got a problem. Like, you got issues. Yeah, you got issues. I said it. Something is wrong with your ass. They don't play fair. Like, I'm literally sitting up there like, this is what was happening to me for the longest. People go live at 12 o'clock in the middle of the day. I'm busy with school, right? I can't go live. Then they go live again in the evening. They all cuss me out. But when I have time after I'm done being a mother and I go live at 1 a.m., now we're into a next day. So just say they did all of this Monday, right? Now, Tuesday morning, when it hit 12:01 a.m. or 1 a.m., I'm finally getting time to address it. They wake up Tuesday in the day and say, see, y'all, she messed. They forgot all the shit they did Monday in the day when I was busy. So now what I've been doing is try to hit you the same day you did it. I try to come back the same day. And they still hollering and screaming that they're a victim. Like, they all was on here talking cash money shit today in the day. And then tomorrow they'll be like, see, she keep messing with me. Why the fuck was y'all talking about me when I was even bothering y'all? This shit don't make no sense. You're not a victim. Get over it. You're the one on here starting shit with people. He said these people don't play fair, and Marcus and real right on cut. Yeah. But yeah, let's get up out of here.
Okay. I'm dropping down so you can end it. Good night, vibes.
Thank you, Golden. Thank you for clarifying that or wording it better than I could have.
Oh, no problem. If it's about clearing up what you said and said anything about documents and stuff, if that's what you're talking about, yeah, I wanted to say it again, although I really believe they know. Anyway, we don't want to keep getting back and go. I don't even want to go back with that because it's annoying when people word play with me and play those kind of games,
Yeah,
and
because
they're
I
going to do
want
it to the wrong person.
I want them to also pay attention that when we sit up there and we just ignore some people, it'll be 2 weeks and they'll have no content. We are very powerful, and I just need y'all to understand that and take the power back. Stop giving them the power. Like, I'm hoping the next time we come live, it won't be about no bullshit that anybody got going on. Let them bitches talk. They're not affecting us any kind. They're not affecting me. They damn sure ain't affecting Golden, so who cares? Let's go live the next time and talk about real content. And I want to know what's going to be their next live when we don't pay them any mind. That's what I want to know. She was telling Timothy contact her. He didn't have to go on a panel tonight. So now she's trying to check him for coming on my panel? That's a grown ass man.
What happened?
They're telling me that she over there was checking Timothy for coming on my panel, right?
He's But
He
this
didn't
is
have
not the
to go
first
on him.
time. And did
She,
something take place?
Timothy is free to come over here. He's free to go on anybody's panel unless she own him or something, and I'm missing it.
Unless something took place. I mean, Timothy, that's why I told people before, just leave Timothy alone. Timothy goes to everybody's panel
I
to
want to
try to
make sure
make
I'm
it
reading
sense.
Clarissa comment right. Are you really telling me that Timothy was being checked? Timothy was being checked for coming on my panel, even though he come over here at least 4 times or 3 or 4 times up now. Did he bash anybody on my panel? No.
Well,
Man,
maybe
fuck
some.
that bitch. I told y'all that bitch got a jealous
Wait,
ass spirit. I told y'all that.
wait a minute. I'm gonna say this though. I was picking up on some of the things that Timothy was saying. I don't know if anyone was paying attention, but it was some subliminals. Um, Sounds like maybe I could be wrong, that maybe he felt like he was being disrespected. I don't know, but that's what it kind of sounds like. I could be wrong. But the reality is, when it comes to Timothy has been coming to your panel and to your channel. I've seen Timothy go to and hit the panel at the adults. Timothy, I used to see him go over to Sonny's. So Timothy goes to the different panels and talks. But now that I'm reading what Clarissa just said, I was listening to paying
Sorry.
attention to, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I was coughing. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. She said, Tramp Stamp said she was saying basically he can talk to her if he had a problem. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if anybody was paying attention to Timothy, he was trying to tell us something, but I just didn't go further with it. I just let him talk because I could tell he wanted to vent and I just wasn't going to say anything, but I was paying attention. He said something about apparently it sounded like he was mistreated or he felt mistreated on the panel or on somebody's channel. Did anybody else catch that, or did I just catch that?
Well, I missed that. That's why
D?
sometimes when I be sitting here, sometimes I mentally get tired from having a long day. And that's why sometimes I be like, I'm a go. It's not because I'm like, oh, bye, whatever. Sometimes I'm just exhausted already before I even came live. So sometimes you say stuff. I bet I pick it up on the replay, but I didn't catch it in real time.
Uh-huh. I caught it, but I just didn't say anything. And I was like, D, you caught it too? I didn't say anything, and I didn't want to get him to elaborate too much because, I don't want him to feel like I didn't want to put him in a bad position where he's talking about somebody, but I could tell he was venting, and I heard what he was saying. I was quietly listening. And so I was like, okay, something. And I was gonna call you if I would have remembered, but I'm glad they said it. Since they said it, I was picking up on it. I wasn't certain, but I definitely picked up that it was something. Sounded like he was not happy about something.
Well, damn, that totally went over my head. I'm sorry. Like, that just showed that I'm human. I totally missed that in real time.
Yeah. Right, Clarissa. He said he got his feelings hurt. Okay. Yeah, well, Tramp said she wasn't being nasty. She said good things about him.
Yeah, but don't nobody finna be over here trying to dictate to anybody that support me. Don't be watching my show then trying to check nobody that come on my panel about, nah, that man could go over there and he could go over here. Like, you ain't running nothing over here. Okay, MGO.
Oh, Platinum caught it too. I caught it. I just didn't say anything. Trust me, like a
That's
lot of
what's wrong.
people.
Go
I'm sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead, Vibes. That's what's
That's
wrong.
what's wrong with her goddamn ass. She always think that she want to put leashes on people and they can't go where they want to go. Oh, my people just supposed to be my people. I'm going to keep them all to myself.
Tramp said she didn't hear the whole video, but she didn't say that he couldn't come there. I guess she was just saying, like, if you got a problem, I guess go to her instead of somewhere else. Is that what you're saying, Tramp? And I ain't calling you Tramp because, see, can you change that? I feel kind of like I'm calling you a name.
I know that's a hell of a name, Tramp Stamp. I thought that was a tattoo that you have at your what do you call it? What do you call that when you have a tattoo right at your tailbone right there? Your spine and your booty cheek. Ain't that what a tramp stamp is?
I don't know what a tramp stamp is, but I know what a tramp is. I don't think they really use that word no more.
I always thought a tramp stamp was when you have a tattoo like a butterfly or a nigga name or something right there at your tailbone going
That's what they
across your
said.
back at the end of your spine.
That's what they said. It is. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
never heard that. That's something new to me. Tramp stamp near your tailbone. Well, thank you. Now Golden knows something else. Why they said Golden thinks she know everything? No, I just said out when I say what I'm talking about, I know that. But you best to believe Golden is open to learning everything. Everything. I ain't trying to limit myself to anything.
Tramp, what you call me, Tramp?
Yep.
I'm trying to shorten it, yeah, but then it sounds weird, yeah.
Now here come Copper in the lumbar curve. Here it is. Here come medical professional.
Uh-huh. I saw her.
The
Shout out to
goodiest
y'all.
Maximus.
Yeah, y'all are funny. You said salty, yes.
Well, they had somebody who sung that song before Salt and Pepper. It was an older song, like probably from back in the 60s or F 70s, like early 70s, maybe even the 50s. I don't know. But it was another tramp that they they uh they sung that song after that song. They got it from that song. The old uh yeah, you know Tramp. See,
See,
here we
now,
go.
now I feel so bad because I can't believe, like, I don't want Timothy to feel like he was dismissed. I honestly, truly miss that in real time.
I don't think he's feeling some kind of way. He was able to kind of vent. I could tell he was happy he was able to vent and say what he needed to say. Otis ready? Tramp, how old are you?
I
I
know
think that was.
I gotta go, y'all.
Yeah, it's time because I know your daughter is like, man, girl, overtime. Okay, you all, I'm about to drop down.
Yeah, this is the downside of when I come live early. Like if I normally go like 12 and 1, then I'm cool. But when I come live at 9, that's way earlier than I normally come live. So at that point I move stuff around. You get it? So then
Yeah,
I can't be here all night. I still gotta go finish whatever I was doing before I came live. But when I come at 12 and 1, then I could just chill. But I came live too early tonight. So yeah.
well, I'm
You said
dropping
sitting
down
on
to
the
see, like
dock.
you said, as soon as it was ending, here we came with some other stuff. There's always something before we end it. I'm dropping down.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Golden. But all right, y'all. You said sitting on the bag. The sound for it. Yeah, I feel mentally damn drained. I'm tired, y'all. Have a good night, okay? See y'all later.
We done talking, now it's time to leave. Ain't no back and forth, bitch, please. Said what I meant, left the rest in peace. I don't chase no clicks, I just move in ease. Calm with the facts, bold when it land. Whole lot of grace with a mic in hand. No shouting matches, just point and glide. Castle closed down smooth, we don't collide. A little tea got poured in the room, stay cool. We grown in the castle, don't bend no rule. You came, you stayed, now log out clean. No shade in the chat, just soft and seen. If you vibe with truth, you already know. No extra talk, just let it flow. Subscribe if you feel it, join if you're grown. That member T hit different when it's your own. This ain't petty, this poise, this presence on cue. With a side of I see it, but I move with truth. I log off calm, no storm to chase. Just satin and standards in a sacred space. Catch me next drop, the doors open wide. But bring peace when you come, leave shade outside. We don't rush truth, we just let it right. Now dim that screen down, we good night. Good night, my people. Thank you so much for passing through the castle tonight. If you enjoyed the vibe, don't forget to subscribe. But if you really want the real, become a member. That's where the tea spill first. Real calm, real clear. Till next time, walk good, walk good. Stay blessed and mind how you move in these YouTube streets. We done talking, now it's time to log. Ain't no back and forth, I don't argue in blogs. Said what I meant and I meant that clear. Soft voice, sharp truth, cut clean in here. No chaos, no shouting, no drag for free. Just calm, cold facts with a little hot tea. If you came for the mess, baby, this ain't that. This castle built peace, yeah, we handle it flat. Don't wait on a clap back, I don't do performing. I exit with a beat, drop and leave without warning. Grown women talk, this the closeout flow. Where the vibe gets soft, but the pressure still shows. Subscribe if you get it, join if you bold. The membership heat ain't never been told. We spilling that first real light, real still, but it cut through fake like a whisper will. This ain't petty, this poise, this presence on cue. With a side of eye, peeped it, but I won't move for you. I'm signed off calm, no extra scene. Just lace on my steps and a crown that's clean. So catch me next drop, or don't at all. This castle don't chase, queen answers a call. The vibe don't yell, it just echo right. Now dim the screen down, we done, good night. Good night, me loves. Thank you so much for coming to the castle tonight. If you enjoyed the vibe, me ask you, subscribe. But if you really want to be part of the family, become a member. That's where the tea spill first. Quiet, clean, and always back. Till next time. Walk good, stay wise. And mind how you move in these YouTube streets.